Hello, everyone, and welcome to an emergency. Yes, you heard that right. Emergency copyright strikes. My name is Fred, and I am being joined by a panel of litigious lawyers, some copyright connoisseurs, some false flag figs. First of all, Mr. Cyanide Caesar. The fuck was that? Caesar, okay. use words to speak to people. I hate you.
Look,
you are.
I blew up again. I blew up. I'm sorry.
We're also joined by someone.
This to me.
Leave all this in, by the way.
Don't touch a bit of this, it's gold.
Go fix your fucking shit, Caesar.
I'm sorry.
We're also joined by somebody who's... What the fuck, Caesar?
Should have never let him on in the first place.
Yes, we should. Yes, we should.
We're also joined by somebody's microphone who should work. Mr. Rad.
I'm not a lawyer, but I play one on YouTube.
And we're joined by somebody's mic who now works. Ms. Shadden Frowlin.
Hello, baby. Did you miss me? I know it was eternal.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are here for some irresponsible speculation, some subject to change. We're here for some possibly temporary news. If you don't know by now, the homie, Darkside Phil, has been served two copyright strikes, courtesy of the alleged Rockstar Games. I could explain this to you in detail, but what better way than play?
Hello everyone, Phil here. Today is Friday, July 7th, 2017. Past 3 days have been really good for me. Streaming's been great, everything's been good. Today,
no, everything's good. Right.
But for me to explain the full situation and how you can help, allow me to explain the full picture of what's going on right now. Alright? Last month, I received a copyright strike against DSP Gaming, my primary YouTube channel, for gameplay and playthroughs and all of that, from Atlas.
Wow.
Now, when I got the copyright strike, I couldn't believe it, because the copyright strike was for 2 videos in my Persona 5 playthrough that were not past the publicly posted requirements from Atlas saying, don't do this and we won't strike you. I hadn't broken any rules that Atlas had put up for a Persona 5 playthrough. And the videos in question were just me doing something in the game that on a previous blog post Atlas 100% has said was okay to film and release. So it really made absolutely zero sense that this particular playthrough of Persona 5 was getting a copyright strike against it. So at this point when this happened, first of all, YouTube threatened me and said, you know, you're in trouble, obviously. You got to get this cleared up. I contacted my partnership network, Curse, and Curse said, don't worry. We've had lots of people who've had the same issue that you're having right now, and it seems that it is an error that I guess the Japanese division of Atlas, the parent company, versus the American version aren't seeming to communicate well.
Okay.
And because of that, people are getting these copyright strikes. Typically, if you just submit a counter notification, there's no problem. If you submit the counter notification, it'll get cleared up within 2 weeks, and the strike will be removed, and you'll have no problem. Now, in the meantime, I contacted Atlas US, the US company, their PR department, and explained the situation and said, what gives? And they came back to me and said, this does appear to be an error. It does appear to be something that, the Japanese division is doing that doesn't make sense. Therefore, we're going to work to try to get this cleared up. Now, that was 2 weeks ago. Over 2 weeks ago.
He's picking at his face.
Yeah.
The last time that I actually
Little
talked
itchy,
with Atlas
itchy beard there, Phil.
was the 30th
Needs to
of
fucking
June,
shower.
so about exactly a week
He
ago.
really does.
I had emailed them because they asked me for the information. They had actually emailed me and said, "Oh, here we go."
Oh, here we go.
There we go.
Here we go. Perfect. So
Perfect.
I'm actually just got a response from Atlas's PR department.
Oh,
FYI.
just a
Oh,
second.
wow.
Be sure
Last
to
that
read
I
it.
heard,
Up to
the
date.
outright strike against DSP Gaming is being worked on, but let me see if I can get an update. Realistically, don't expect an immediate response, but I'll do my best to help you out. Okay?
Nah.
So basically, Atlas admitted this shouldn't have ever happened. It was bogus, you know, and we're going to get it cleared up. Hoping that it will get released sooner rather than later, right? Now, in the meantime, I said, it's business as usual. Not a big deal. Let me go ahead and keep going and not have any, you know, not really worry too much about this. It sounds like it was an error, an honest error. It's going to get cleared up.
Yeah,
whatever.
Plague-
No
took
big
it
deal.
that
So I'm
well.
still uploading
Plague
videos
says
to
he looks
DSP Gaming.
heavier.
I'm still live
He
streaming
always
videos
himself.
and stuff like
Heavier.
that
He's getting heftier.
here on Twitch and having no problems whatsoever. So everything's hunky-dory. If the
Hunky-dory.
copyright strikes up, no problem.
Hunky-dory.
And I talked to
Hunky-dory.
Curse, my partnership network. They seem to be in the know that.
So
these
what's the
are false
emergency?
strikes.
Seems like
No
everything's
deal.
hunky-dory.
Negative
What's going
reputation,
on?
Curse or anything about it.
It
all
seems
right?
like a waste of
So,
time.
That's the deal. Now
His chin is
normally it wouldn't be a
falling
big
towards
deal,
the floor
all right?
at a-
But
a
today,
lot.
folks,
Wait.
Today,
I am.
folks,
I'm sitting here. I'm live streaming.
sitting right there.
Dark Souls 2.
Yes.
Scholar of the First Sin.
Yes.
And all of a sudden, I get 2 emails from YouTube.
Uh-oh.
Each one saying copyright takedown notice.
Oh.
Saying
Ooh.
in each email that I received a notice. So I got 2 new copyright takedowns today. Anybody said, well, who's it from? Supposedly, these copyright takedown notices are from Rockstar Games. All right? Rockstar Games Inc. That's what it says they're from. Rockstar
Inc.
Games Inc. All
I
right?
see.
Now you may
Yeah,
say,
yeah, a tattoo
all right,
parlor
what
called Rockstar Games.
constitutes each one of these copyright strikes. So just to show you, it's legit. Here's the email. One of the emails I just got.
Showing it
All
on
right?
the screen.
And there's another
Yep.
one. So the first
Yeah, because
email
that's
says,
not a violation.
this one is for Grand Theft Auto San Andreas Part 1,
Okay.
Bully Scholarship Edition Part 1, and Grand Theft Auto 5 Part 1. All 3 of those from Rockstar Games Inc. All
Oh.
right. The other email, which is the second copyright strike, okay, is for Grand Theft Auto Liberty City Stories Part 1,
Okay.
Red Dead Redemption, the Redux playthrough Part 1, which I just finished, okay,
Okay.
Grand Theft Auto 4 Part
Gee.
1,
Ah.
Sure
Grand
was a
Theft
good
Auto
idea
Vice
to
City
do Red
playthrough
Dead.
Part 1, and Grand
Right?
Theft Auto 3 playthrough Part
Sure
1.
he's glad he
Again, all
dropped
from
everything else
Rockstar
to do
Games.
Red Dead.
All right. Oh, excuse
Coulda
me,
gone back to
Rockstar
Nier
Games
Automata.
Inc., it claims.
So for how many how many videos did he
Because
get?
of these 2
2
copyright
strikes?
strikes that I've now received against DSP Gaming, whether they're legit or not, who knows? DSP Gaming is screwed. Basically, I just got a notice from YouTube saying if you don't get something cleared up within 7 days, DSP Gaming will be shut down. Which obviously I don't want to happen.
There
DSP
it
Gaming is my
is.
lifeblood. It's my long-running
It's
YouTube
my
gameplay channel for 10
livelihood.
years. Excuse me, 7 years. I'm getting confused now. And that's, everyone knows if you want to see Phil's playthroughs or whatever, you gotta go to DSP Gaming. Now, this isn't to say that I couldn't do the same thing on another channel, okay?
I thought you had to go to thekingofhate.com.
Yeah.
So,
I'm
For example.
confused.
I have other YouTube channels. I have KO Gaming. KO Gaming
Wait, what?
is
What?
already,
I thought that's
you
dead.
know, a channel that's set up.
I thought
as
they
an
closed
But
that
I
place
thought-
down.
But
So,
I thought
could
Phil of KO
do
Gaming had KO
just do
Gaming.
KO
Wait,
Gaming.
what is this?
Upload all my gameplay videos to KO Gaming.
What the
all right?
heck?
But I don't want to do that. KO Gaming has way less of a viewer base.
Jesus
You really think all the
fuck.
viewers from DSP
What the
Gaming
hell is
are gonna
that?
migrate over to KO
The
Gaming
cat
overnight?
just
No,
fell
they
off the
can't.
curtain.
Especially people who are watching
really
the
sorry.
ongoing playthroughs now, and they're like, "Why are there no new videos on DSP Gaming?" And I can't even I can't even upload a video to DSP
Cats are
Gaming
good.
right now at all. I can't. Okay. At all. I cannot upload anything to DSP Gaming. I can't even upload a video that says, "Here's what's going on, so go to KO Gaming." I can't even do that.
That what the hell is that? It's
I am
probably gonna be a
completely
sound clip
disabled
now.
from uploading videos to DSP Gaming.
I was so
Alright.
mad.
I knew how happy you'd be when you heard it was a cat.
Oh yeah. What the hell was that?
This sucks, right? It obviously really sucks. This
But
is a bad
really, this
situation,
sucks,
a shitty
though.
situation.
Yes.
I don't know. Here's
Oh
the
yeah,
deal.
Phil.
I
Yeah,
don't
that's right. I
know
forgot.
If these strikes are
I
legitimate,
forgot we were
Oh, yeah,
talking
why
about
the whole
this.
Phil
they're not
thing.
legitimate.
Yeah.
There's a few reasons why I suspect that these copyright strikes are not legitimate. All right.
Okay.
From Rockstar Games, that is. I know
Okay.
the Atlas one was from Atlas Japan, but they're going to get it cleared up.
Okay.
I don't suspect these copyright strikes from Rockstar Games are legitimate. And here's
Okay.
the reasons. Number one, I did previously get a copyright strike for a Grand Theft Auto playthrough. Now, that was a long time ago. That was 2010.
Okay.
But when I got that copyright strike, it came from Take-Two Interactive, the publisher of Grand Theft Auto. It did not come from Rockstar Games, Inc. In fact, Rockstar Games is the game developer, not the publisher. Therefore, I would be very surprised if a game developer, all right, would issue the copyright strike. For example,
Pause.
Atlas is...
Pause it.
It's not that unusual for a game developer to request a copyright takedown because it is still their baby. They don't necessarily own the IP of it, but they put their fingerprints on it.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good pause, by the way.
And second of all, I am quite certain that Take-Two is the distributor of Rockstar's games, and Rockstar still publishes them. So that if Rockstar Games did do this, they are within their rights to do so, as it is their IP. Take-Two just gives them the backing to give it that worldwide distribution.
Okay.
I mean, look at the Alex Mauer situation. She has next to no claim over the amount of videos that she's had. She's shut down channels now.
Yeah.
Because she's given multiple strikes for spurrilous reasons we won't get into here.
Yeah.
But they are still strikes in that they're not like a troll just doing it to be a dick. That she thinks she's got some reason for it. She's a crazy person.
Exactly.
But yeah, it's...
The Alex Mauer situation that is going on is the perfect example of you don't necessarily need to be a game publisher to claim copyright on material that you yourself worked on in some way. And this is what Phil is under the impression of. Only one party associated with an IP can declare a copyright takedown, when that is certainly not the case, especially on YouTube. That's really all I have to say.
Okay.
I just said, Makusa in the chat just said, Phil looks like an angry raccoon.
He kind of does. Now, Shad, I hope they donated bits in order to have that read on the air. I mean, we can't be giving these out for free, Shad.
Sorry, you're right.
How many bits did they give, Shad?
I'm sorry. A lot.
Okay.
Of bits of love.
Just making sure, because I mean, this is not
No
not
specific
free.
number, just a
This is
lot.
not free content, Shad. We gotta make the money off of this shit. So we can't be giving
money.
Can't be giving these out for free. I mean, all right. So yes, I agree with your proposition there, Mr. Rad, that this doesn't necessarily disqualify its authenticity just because it is Rockstar. I don't know if it's Inc. I don't know if that's the actual
The
thing.
copyright claim is from Rockstar Gaming Incorporated. I mean,
Right.
Phil does change the name around because he's just shortening it to Rockstar Games.
But it does not have to have been issued by Take-Two in order to be legitimate.
That is correct. And I'm just trying to get my story straight. I do believe Take-Two actually... I was about to say, they may have published Grand Theft Auto 4 back then, which is what... Yeah.
People are saying, Fred, can you stop yelling at us? Is my mic higher than everybody else's?
Yeah, it is. I think so.
How? I don't know how.
I don't know.
How about that? That was something that was happening on the Let's Endures too, but that was because my mic level was at 100 in the system settings. I think I should be good. Please let me know in the chat while we go on if my mic is high or whatever. Please let me know. I can fix that easily. I just need to know about it. So, but thank you for the heads up. I appreciate it.
I was just trying to think of, off the top of my head, if Take-Two themselves has actually published anything in Rockstar's library, or if Rockstar's just published it ever since they went under the Take-Two umbrella. And for the life of me, it's escaping me. but I believe that the publishing rights have been 100% Rockstar, so they're within their rights to do so, assuming these are legitimate.
Gotcha.
All I'm saying.
All right. People are pointing out that we're doing better than Phil. I'm seeing 740. How's Phil doing?
No
something?
kidding.
570
Yeah.
or something like that.
Yeah.
506. I'm not sure.
You guys are crazy. We love you.
Yeah, it is pretty
We
late.
really love you.
Great.
Ruining your sleep schedules.
Ah, it's fine.
As well, we should. It's
Yeah.
Friday.
Should. Nah, don't be sorry for those people on the West Coast. I mean, shit, it's like 9 o'clock for them.
Yeah. Fuck.
I'm ruining my sleep schedule over here. It's 2:45 in the afternoon.
Oh
If I
yeah,
was Phil, I'd still be asleep right now. So.
that's right. Fred, smoke that shit. Goddamn, people are lively on Twitch. This is nice. Nice
It's
change
great.
of pace.
It's
I'm
a
sure
shit
there's
show,
I'm sure
but
there's
it's
a
great.
ton of people from Hitbox or Smashcast that are on Twitch, so we just don't recognize their names. So we're gonna make like a doc one day and just like put your name. I don't know. All right. Anyways, play.
Is the publisher of Persona. That's why Atlas issued the copyright strike against
publisher
it.
and
It doesn't make
developer,
sense that
Phil.
Rockstar Games would have done this. Okay? So that's really weird. I don't understand that. I don't understand how it could have come from them when previously I did get a copyright strike years and years ago, but it came from Take-Two. All right? That's number one.
All right.
Black and white thinking. Phil.
Number two.
Yeah, the
All
world's
right.
not black and white, Chad.
Why is it only against part one of all of the Rockstar playthroughs? If this really was a big thing, a big issue, and Rockstar had issue with me doing all these playthroughs of their games on YouTube, why on earth would it only be part one?
Pause.
You know what I'm saying? Why would
What do you want them to fucking strike every single part of every video? Like, if, okay, let's say, devil's advocate, let's assume or pretend or suppose that these are legitimate, and Rockstar does not want to be in the Phil business anymore, as he scratches his chin. Wouldn't it be the most effective to strike part one of all the ones they don't want? What do you want them to do?
Absolutely.
You have 150 fucking thousand videos per game. You want them to go by hand and strike down every fucking part of the playthrough? Ridiculous.
And that's what he doesn't realize. They have jobs to do. Like, they have a work day. If they had to sit and do every single one of his videos that are theirs, you'd have to, like, hire 2 interns for
right.
2 weeks to do nothing but that.
Now, Shad, when you say that they're working, you mean that they're streaming video games, right? I mean,
They're doing another thing, I think.
they're.
And I know
they're
it's not as taxing or as
recording
as hard
vlogs.
on
They're
the-
eating fast food on camera.
No, it's a thing where you have to actually turn up on the time that the watch says, and you do a full work day.
Oh, is that midnight release?
Yeah. Getting closer. It's a hard concept, I know.
Okay.
Yeah, it's called work.
Oh.
Job.
Okay. Well, all right. It sounds like a nice concept. I guess we'll figure out more about that later. Let's hit that triangle
I'll
shaped
look
button.
into it.
That's actually what the face looks
wouldn't
like
they
when
have
you do
said,
Sage
"Oh,
Job."
strike the whole playthrough and get the whole playthrough taken down"? But
Is
this
that
seems
what
to be
you
a calculated
wanted,
strike
Phil?
Oh, it's a
against
calculated.
me.
It's a targeted
Okay?
strike.
It does
Right?
seem like a calculated
Precision
strike
airstrike.
against my channel.
Conspiracy.
North
addition-
Korea.
All right.
Yeah, North Korea's
In addition,
behind this.
It's 2 strikes. Now wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Why wasn't it? If it's all Rockstar Games Part 1,
Wait a minute.
why was it 1 strike? It almost seems to me, right, like it was submitted in a method so that they knew it would be 2 strikes against me, so that DSP Gaming would be screwed.
Ooh.
Right? Doesn't it seem like it? It seems like it's a targeted attack. Like they knew what was going on, and they said, "Oh, Phil got that copyright strike from Atlas. Let's get him now with false strikes and get DSP
They just
Gaming
said,
screwed
"Let's
over."
get
Hit him
him."
where it
Let's
hurts.
get them.
Let's
Right?
get 'em.
Doesn't it?
Get him.
It
Let's.
seems to sound
Like
That
it's
might
a
be a pause.
conspiracy of many people. Go ahead and pause, yeah. Like it's a
Alright.
conspiracy of many people, Rad. Many people said, let's get them.
Okay, so if that really were the case, Phil, then why didn't these supposed attackers, why did they sit on their ass for 2 weeks? Lure you into that false sense of security. If it's as you say, this attack could have been much more immediate, like hit you while you're down, not necessarily, they wouldn't have waited. They were under the assumption that the copyright strike for the Atlas situation would have been lifted any day now. So
Yep.
this if that were the case, this would have been a lot more immediate. That's kind of what I'm thinking. It doesn't seem like something they would procrastinate on if this is an attack.
Something that I'm going to try to figure out, either by hook or by crook, as Phil would say, is how many videos can you squeeze into one strike? Like, what is the maximum, you know? Could you potentially put, I don't know, like 13 strikes into rolled into one? You know, like, would somebody know how exactly to target this, like he's saying? I don't know. I don't know if that information's out there.
The branching between conspiracies and like just like the idea of everything is just kind of just off base. Just the fact that they're striking part one and they're doing it in a certain time means automatically it's a conspiracy against them.
Right.
Come on.
Yeah.
Let's be fucking real here.
It's a conspiracy, my man. There's people that conspired together, planned together. They sat around a round table and said, let's get this guy. He's on his last legs.
Yeah, that's
Now's
his
the time to
worldview.
strike.
Everybody is just sitting around looking at him, thinking about him.
Mm-hmm.
He is the center of the universe always.
Mm-hmm. So that is definitely something. This shadowy group of people. I assume the Phil fans would say SoK. It's funny because, I mean, we had nothing like to gain by doing this or to lose. I guess nothing to gain or lose by doing something like this, but we didn't do it. I mean, it would be irresponsible to even speculate who would be behind this, but it is a little funny. I mean, it is a little bit funny. No, I mean, gotta admit, you know, you gotta call it like you sees it. It's it's actually kind of funny. So okay. Well, anyways, so yeah, shadow group of people are fucking conspiring. And
Illuminati confirmed.
Illuminati confirmed, and you know, so yeah. All right. Phil's chat is mad about SoK. Well, I mean,
Of course they are. We're always behind it. Everything that happens bad to Phil, we're always there. If he trips over his own fucking stupidity, I don't.
We have clearly
did it.
sent a sleeper agent without our knowledge.
hey, you know what? Tell them we're taking guest callers. I'd love to hear from one of them. Let's hear what they have to
Please.
say. Yeah.
Oh yeah, bring it.
Tell them to come on and
Oh, that'd be
I
fun.
want-
Oh, that'd be fun.
yeah. I'd love to
Yeah.
hear their point of view. It doesn't have to be confrontational. I just,
No.
you know, like if they're mad at
Absolutely.
us,
I'm like a king or queen.
if they're mad, I'd like to know what they're mad about. Like, we're just here covering it for informational
Everybody
purposes.
wants to
We'll
communicate.
treat any guest
that-
with respect.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just,
We won't just shit on you for no reason.
Yeah.
We just
That's not
want to
fair.
see what makes you tick for
Yeah.
science.
This
Yeah.
is for educational purposes. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
We will
this is
treat
an
you well and
educational
fair.
channel.
Please call in. However that works.
Have my card.
We're not that hard to find.
We really aren't.
It's yeah. Check Twitch and we're slightly higher than Phil and the viewer.
Yeah,
Right now, so.
we're pretty hard not to become. That's what happens.
All right.
You know what that means, Red?
Yes, I do. Let's go.
So, here's the deal, folks. Here's the deal. What can I do? All right, number one, the
No,
Oh,
one
it's
thing I've
what
done, as I
can
told
you do,
I contacted
fans?
Atlas, because if Atlas could clear up their copyright
Ask
strike
not
issue
what
quickly,
your country
that
can
means
do
I
for
could start
you.
uploading to DSP Gaming again. So it won't be an interruption in me uploading videos, which sucks. You know, I had all these videos that I'm getting ready. You know, next week I've got scheduled time off. I've got stuff planned now.
Ooh.
And it sucks because if I don't take that time off, I'm
you
screwed.
can't go
Plus,
on vacation.
Oh, it's a little vacay.
there's not much I can do anyway.
What's a
about
staycation
strike
again? You're gonna go
three.
2 miles
So
away from
we're
your
gonna
own
see what
fucking
happens
house you
here.
Oh,
But it sucks
Fuck
because I've
outta
had
here.
all these videos going.
Fuck outta
Dark Souls
here.
2 right now is going. Crash 3 is continuing. Tonight I was gonna do Danganronpa 2, and now I can't upload anything to DSP Gaming, meaning essentially, I'm not going to be making any more money on DSP Gaming. Okay?
Light bulb.
Until I can get this cleared up.
Ouch.
Whatever this fucking issue is.
Let's
Right.
pause real quick before he continues on with that thought. Okay.
Great pause.
That's a good face.
Of course, it's.
He looks like remember,
That is a sad fucking face.
It looks like he
That's
just
sad,
got
man.
caught eating the sandwich.
No, you know what it looks like? You remember when AJ used to post videos of his turtle eating like a strawberry and shit?
Yes.
That's what
He
they
looks
look
like
like.
Otis. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So let's talk about that. I don't think we got a chance to talk about this stupid little fucking vacation thing, right? Man, does this fuck up his vacation? That really fucks up that vacay. Because his idea,
Needed and deserved.
if I remember correctly, he was supposed to go on vacation on the 12th until the 16th.
That is correct.
Today is the 7th, technically the 8th if you're on the East Coast. And so he was trying to stockpile some footage that he was going to lay out. So he's actually behind on posting videos to his channel. He's been stockpiling them. So the amount of money he was able to make on YouTube, he has passed up for the stated goal of saving them to release during his vacation, so that if I'm not uploading any videos for a couple days, then people are going to stop coming to my channel and it's going to die. It seems like he's not going to be able to upload for those. It almost seems like through that vacation, he's not going to be able to upload anything. So today's the 7th,
Right.
and this happened on a weekend, and so I don't know if Friday, Saturday, Sunday is a great day for this to happen. It's almost like, they say, like, if you go to jail on a Friday, you're fucked until Monday. You don't get to see the judge. I don't ask me why I know that. I mean, I'm an angel. But but if you go to jail on a Friday, you're super fucked because you're not going to be able to see the goddamn judge until Monday. This is kind of what happened. You know what I mean? The planets aligned on this one.
May
That's
I
been
make
happening
some,
a lot lately.
Can
Go
I
ahead,
make
Chad.
some irresponsible speculation here?
Yes.
Okay, you know how he has been tight-lipped about what his actual vacation entails, because supposedly, because he's in dire financial straits, he's not going away anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
He's just going to kick back and relax.
Mhm.
If you were just kicking back and relaxing, that's something you can put off for a week, yes?
Well, you see, Shad, in one of those days, he might actually get this, go to a movie theater.
By
Yeah.
himself. That would be really sad.
I know.
Yeah.
He's there
That's
with his
something
big
you could
popcorn.
put off
Yeah.
for a week. If you had booked some fancy hipster hotel, like I said, this is irresponsible speculation time with Shard, you would have to go ahead with the booking. It just seems this would be the worst time to have the vacation. If you could push it back, which, considering he makes his own hours and days and he does this for a living,
Right.
he absolutely could. The only thing to me, speculation, that would pull that back is if he had a prior booking somewhere.
What he said is that this lays in between game releases, that there's no game release within that week. So this might actually work in his favor to do it this specific week because there's no new releases. And I looked and it makes sense. There's no new releases.
True. Like I said, irresponsible speculation time.
There will be new releases coming up later on, but in this little stretch of vacation time he's looking at, there are no new releases of note. So
While we are on the subject of talking about his vacation,
Yes.
we're missing a crucial detail that is so Dark Side Phil.
Mhm.
In between this 5-day span, he's not going to be streaming or broadcasting, and you know what that means.
death.
He's not going to be getting cheers. He's not going to be getting subs. And he's not going to be getting tips during that time period. So, in order to make up for that lack of income, Phil is praying to the heavens above that his viewers will be extra generous before and after his vacation. Because this is such a dark side Phil tactic. I need money on the return trip as well. Otherwise, July's gonna hurt, and I won't be able to. He's actually says it himself. He made a tweet longer about this. I need funds available to purchase all the upcoming new releases for the hardcore gaming season, because this is such a dark side Phil thing to do.
No.
I'm on vacation, but
You're
I
right,
still
he's
need.
stockpiling.
I'm on vacation. I still need your little extra donations.
Now,
I mean participation.
call me crazy, but if I'm very tight on money, I don't know if I'd really want to go on a vacation. I don't
What
know
if
if that'd be
you-
the
Right?
greatest idea in the world. I mean, I think I'd be a bit more tight on money when I came back. As it
Well,
was.
let's do all the irresponsible speculation. You go ahead, Red, and then I'll hit you with the zinger.
Well, first of all, this is not a vacation to Phil. This is him relaxing for 5 days. I hope to be proven wrong on this. I doubt anything extravagant is planned. Like, he might go see a movie here. He might go out on a night on the town there.
A
but
night
I
on
doubt-
the town.
I know,
Is that-
I know.
He's
Is
gonna go
that
to the
code
bar and
for
pick up
calling an
19-year-old
escort?
girls.
Yeah,
know, it's a
is
little
that the
strange.
package at the bordello by his house? A night on the
Yeah.
town? Like, is that a number 6?
He's got to see the sights.
I'll take the night on the town, and
drive-through.
we'll have a little 50-50 to end the night. It'll be fantastic. Okay, let me hit you with the irresponsible speculation. The first thing that popped into my mind when he said he's taking time off, I thought that he might have some real life shit to do, you know, and that he's conveniently slipping in because it's very fast, it's very sudden. He would have some real life shit to take care of. Maybe he's got to go move Leanna's stuff into her new place or whatever. You know, he was talking about every time he has like something to do, he's always talking about like, oh, I got to take time off to go accomplish it. He said he had to go do some stuff that had to do with like, now that Leanna's gone, I have to go do some stuff. I forgot what he said. So the first thing that popped into my mind was this: vacation is, yes, time away from streaming, but it's time that is necessary of him, things that he has to do in real life. That was the first thing that popped into mind. Then he said that he is going to be his initial thing was like, yeah, you know, I gotta get out of the house and stuff, but this is very private, so I'm not gonna be taking any pictures of it. That to me kind of solidified that this isn't like some like therapeutic fucking vacation of getting out of the house and stuff. Then now he's trying to step it back, like, oh, I'm just gonna sit around and I'm gonna clean my house and shit like that. So it's like, I don't know. I'm thinking that it might be a little mix of the two. It might be that he does want to take a little time off, but I think that it's necessity for him to take time off. I think there's some event, some travel he has to do, some real life shit that he has to take care of.
Yeah.
And he's masking it with a vacation.
There's certainly no joy in his voice when he talks about it. But
Right.
then again, he's a very joyless individual
Yes, he is.
these days. Yeah, it doesn't sound like happy fun times.
Yeah, it sounds
When
like
he talks
adult time. You know what I mean?
Sad adult
And he
time.
doesn't like that.
Not the fun adult time.
So, I just got a tweet 18 seconds ago that he said he needs to take a vacation to rest his throat because his commentary is too rough for him.
Oh my freaking god!
All right, well,
Yeah.
It's not like he's screaming the whole time. He's just talking. I don't understand.
It's not looking good for Danganronpa 2.
it never was looking good for Danganronpa
Never
once.
was coming.
As soon
We
as there was,
warned you,
Yeah.
patrons.
yeah, don't fuck him. Well, you guys are fucking with his life, despite the fact that he doesn't need to offer fucking patrons' choice. That this is his choice to offer this. He could offer something else. He could offer a fucking multiplayer event. He could offer some sort of fucking bullshit where he fucking offers up 3 choices or some themed bullshit. You know, he doesn't have any fucking ideas. That's why there's nothing he can give you. And so,
Whoa.
oh, it's patron's choice, but actually it's not patron's choice. It's fucking Sophie's choice because you got to pick garbage.
We'll get to patron's choice because a
Will
recent
we?
revelation came up.
Will we, Rad? All right. Well, I don't want to skip ahead.
When do you think maybe we'll get to this patron's choice?
I don't want to skip ahead. All right, then. Should we press that Dorito shape button?
Yep.
Then
Yeah.
let's shall.
The Atlas thing is already being cleared up. What I'm going to have to do immediately when I finish with this video and stream, I'm going to have to contact Curse again and say, listen, I just got these 2 strikes. This makes no sense. It seems like a calculated troll attempt. It doesn't seem to me
Don't
legit
end my partnership,
at
Curse.
all.
I love you.
What can you do to help me? Because I think it's
I can
bullshit. We need
change.
to get it cleared up, obviously.
Please come back.
And I need to
Please don't
find a
leave me,
way
Curse.
to contact
Turn
Rockstar
around.
directly. Right? I need to find out what's going on. And I don't know anyone who works, I don't know the PR guy for Rockstar. So if anyone, one of you knows the contact information of like the PR
Oh,
line
Please,
of Rockstar,
please dox
so I
those
can
on that
public
talk to them
figures.
directly and
man.
find
If you're
Alright,
watching PR guy from Rockstar, I could sure use your help.
Yeah.
He's just asked his peons to go out and do his bidding.
Oh, look at his face. That's his face when they say they can't. Look at him. What do you mean you can't fucking find him? I want his address and his cell phone number now.
I want to pound the fuck out of somebody tonight.
I can't get
Jeez.
over that pause image.
That's a nice thumbnail. I think you won
That's
the
the
thumbnail.
thumbnail.
That's the thumbnail.
Found.
If we might find a better one, but that right there is thumbnail material. Look at that.
That's the one.
Jesus
Beautiful.
Christ, that's good. He's
Oh.
upset.
He looks very upset.
He looks like a lizard or some sort of amphibian or something. Reptile. I don't know. I don't know what he is.
He's very disgruntled.
He looks
I
upset.
feel it's noteworthy to remind our audience these frame perfect pauses are not intentional.
No. That's why they're magical.
His face is just naturally like that, though.
Yet, I wish.
It really is.
Somebody keeps saying Fred addressed the goatee. Okay, fine. Look at how that shit is lined up, dude. Look at the right side. That shit is like... Dude, those look like 2 tidal waves or 2 snakes about to fight. It looks like the Loch Ness Monster is fighting a snake. The mustache is Loch Ness, and the fucking bottom shit is a Brontosaurus or some shit, a Brachiosaurus.
I think from this angle, it looks like the goatee itself is giving us a raspberry. It's sticking its tongue out at us.
The shit on the other side, goddamn, that looks like a fucking... It looks like... Alright, if you look on the right side, this is almost like clouds, like looking at clouds. It looks like a goddamn fucking moose antler and shit from the side. And the whole chin goatee is the body of the moose.
The chin goatee to me just looks like moss or like fungus that's kind of accumulated under. That chin is being dragged down.
Yeah.
Gravity's not treating his, protuberance as well.
That's what's fucking magical about Phil's goatee. It's like looking at clouds. You could just... Whatever you fucking look at, you
Yeah.
could just... You just call it whatever your interpretation is. You can see it. Hey, I will maintain his mustache always looks like old school Batarang. You see the 2 fucking bat ear.
It totally don't do that to Batman.
Look at the Batarang.
Don't
Look at it.
do that to the Adam West's
If
memory.
somebody breaks into his house, he could just rip off his mustache and throw it at him and shit, and fucking defend that house. You know what I mean?
If he does that, I
Fred.
might consider subbing to him.
Hey, Fred, I'm real happy for you, and I'm gonna let you finish, but we just hit 1K.
Oh, man.
Fuck. I fucked up.
Oh, thanks a
No,
lot,
fucked
Caesar.
up.
You made 6 people leave. Great.
No, this is what I do.
Yeah.
This is, why did you do this, Caesar? The one time your mic fucking works, you ruin us.
I blow up. That's what the fuck.
Hate
You're
you so
trying to
much.
destroy our business.
I hate you.
Yep.
You are a false
So-
copy. You are a human copyright strike. That's what you are.
We'll throw fucking hands
Stop,
later,
it's
Fred.
not true.
Hmm.
Oh, hi, Caesar.
Oh, hi.
Motherfucker.
We're close. 3 people. Just 3 people. Fucking, I don't give a shit if it's a bot or not. Come in this fucking chat.
Yeah.
Fucking push Fred wrong.
Turn the
Yes,
3
we
bots
can
on. Yeah, turn
Yeah,
them
I don't
on.
think
Come into this
Suck-
chat,
suck my
you
dick and we'll back
audience.
up.
Yeah, now we got 1,002. There you go. Happy, Caesar?
Okay, there we go.
I'm right.
All
I don't
right,
give
so
a
we're
shit
like
about
doubling. Are we
Still fucking
doubling
right.
Phil's audience? Is that what's going on here? We doubled Phil.
I'd be surprised
Ah,
if some
I
of
think we did.
if some of Phil's audience left to watch us. in which
What?
Hi
But Phil's playthrough is very exciting. That easy run of him just
don't
doing the death poke on fucking
talk
every
to
enemy.
me about his Dark Souls 2
The poke
playthrough.
of doom. Those enemies
Don't
are
talk to me
flopping.
about it.
Those enemies are
Any
flopping
Phil
down like
fans,
Kevin
though?
Nash, dude. That's the poke of doom.
We do have any Phil fans listening. We would, like we said,
Yeah.
let us know. We'd
Come in
love
and talk
pick
to
your
us. We
brains.
would love to hear what you have to say. We'll treat you with respect and like a beautiful
Yes.
lady.
That's
You know what I mean?
that's another thing that we have to address. Phil is under the impression that his Twitch audience is there to guide him, and he
To
made
serve
that
him.
verbally apparent.
Yeah.
It's a fiefdom
Yeah.
with him at the top and his peons.
Is that the first time that word's been used on this fucking broadcast? That is unbelievable.
Well, fiefdom.
A fiefdom.
Maybe.
Getting
That's
fancy
how he
tonight.
sees it. I think.
In this man's
Back
mind,
to your terms, peasant Caesar.
in this man's mind, the point of a Twitch chat is to assist the streamer at all times.
Yeah.
Like, that is what Twitch is for to this man. He is justifying the hand-holding. He is justifying the departure of his own viewers.
Yeah, these pictures I'm getting tweeted at right now. Yeah, this is fantastic. Look at that.
Uh-oh.
Goodness gracious.
If I mispronounce something, I'm gonna blame my accent and then pretend that's why.
Are they trying to say that it's fiefdom?
Fiefdom.
I've always been taught fiefdom. I'm sorry. It might be a regional thing. I don't know. Apologies to the history buffs. Okay. Let's move
So
on from
anyway,
one.
so we were roasting the goatee a little bit on on demand, because that's we were given enough bits to do it, you know what I mean, obviously.
Right.
So yeah, the goatee definitely looks like shit. It's not, I don't know why he's been trying to rock a goatee for like 7 years now, and he still can't get the shit down?
Somebody in the chat is saying Phil's
Shave it
channel
off
was
at this
deleted.
point.
What? Phil's channel has been deleted?
Somebody said it in the chat. I don't know.
Yeah,
It has-
they're bullshitting
It
you.
has to be true.
Okay.
Then. No. One
It
person
has
says
No, I
to be
just-
true. We need to take everything in this chat as
Sorry.
it has to be true. Let's see. No, but I was going to do irresponsible speculation, but then I went to GTA 5 Part 1, and it does say deleted video, but then I click on it and it says no longer because of a copyright claim by a Rockstar. So these strikes did occur. I was going to do a super irresponsible speculation and say that this was some fucking, staged event so that he'll get super donations and shit like that, but can't even do that because these are legitimately down. So, can't do it.
Alright.
I wish I could, but I can't. So, sorry. So, anything else? I don't even know what we were saying. Why did we pause? What were we saying? What were we trying to convey to the audience?
We were talking first about the fucking neckbeard, I think, or something else. No, we were talking about
They asked us to do the goatee.
Oh, no. Before that, it was also we were talking about how he wanted to get the information on the Rockstar PR.
Oh, yeah. So basically,
yeah.
he's like, if anybody knows how to get in touch with the fuck, man, you're a fucking... I've never heard any other, popular YouTuber, ask the fans to fucking get you in contact with...
My work for me.
What the hell is that shit? Oh, go fucking find these people and get me in contact with them.
Instead of you doing it themselves.
Go do it your fucking self.
Yeah, what
It takes literally fucking seconds to
Just
Google
email
Rockstar's
somebody, you
headquarters and get in
fucking
touch
ass.
with somebody, you asshat!
What is a general viewer going to do that you can't? What tools do they have at their disposal that you don't, Phil?
They're just gonna piss and moan.
They're
just
gonna
like he
fucking.
would.
They're just gonna Google
They
it.
apparently have the free time that Phil does not.
I'm about to do the fucking Google search. A Google search. A Google search.
Let me Google that for you.
Well,
Oh,
This is
boy.
type.
whoever said ass hat, I love you. Very nice. There you go, Red.
I did.
You have a fan.
My
You actually
apologies.
have a-
Misrad.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Should we continue on?
Right.
Let's shall.
Find out, did you really do this? Is this legit, or is this, someone impersonating you or whatever? And
They
YouTube
got
fooled.
fooled.
That's what I got to find out.
Their automated
'cause
system
that's what I
got
did with Atlas,
fooled.
and I got it from the horse's
What
mouth
foolish
what was really
people.
going on. So I need that
What
for
fools
Rockstar.
these automated
Um,
systems be.
Now, in the meantime,
In
all right,
between time.
there's obviously a few things that I need to do. Number one, as of today, obviously I can't upload to DSP Gaming at all.
No.
Am I going to go crazy and start uploading to KO Gaming today? No.
That's crazy?
What I want to do is play it by ear, and maybe within a day or two, the Atlas strike will get cleared up, and therefore, boom, I can
But you'll still have
start
2
uploading
strikes.
again and no problems. All right?
Which isn't good.
Oh, sidetracked
Nope.
again.
Just
You know.
is
So
he
they get
stroking
going
out
next year.
or stroking
are.
out in a different way?
He stroked at his own idea.
The other thing is, now here's the other thing.
He snaps
I can't
out of
upload videos to DSP Gaming.
Or so the
Okay?
fuck
I
that
Yeah,
can't.
Phil, we heard you
Because
say
now I
that
got
30
3 strikes
seconds ago.
against me. Also, if one of these strikes doesn't get removed within 7 days, that's when
7
YouTube is
days.
claiming they're going to actually
7.
remove DSP Gaming completely as a YouTube channel.
This
So
project.
now
This is
what I
Project
need to
7.
do Is contact
Project 7
YouTube
days.
and let YouTube know that Atlas is removing this strike. Here's the information from Atlas. So don't shut down DSP
That
Gaming.
brings
Don't
a new
shut it
meaning.
down.
From the publisher saying,
Please.
no, they're removing the strike.
Yeah.
It wasn't legit.
It brings a new meaning
So
to
now I have to try to work
7-7.
with them to convince them that if something doesn't get cleared up within 7 days, that that I basically have that fixed.
Somebody's got a
okay?
little bit of echo. I
But I
think
got
it's
all this
Caesar.
shit running through my
Sorry.
mind. All right.
Fucker.
Seriously. So here's the deal. Here's why I'm really kind of panicking. All right. Number one, yeah, my focus
Okay.
right now is Twitch. Absolutely, my focus is 100% live streaming on Twitch. And
That's
making
where the free
entertainment
money
streams
is.
on Twitch and everything going on Twitch, right? That is what I want to do moving forward. I want to focus on Twitch, but right now, Twitch is not making me enough money to keep paying my bills. It's not. Twitch is not. It's screwed up right now. It's right now. It's kind of like 50-50, where the YouTube revenue I'm getting from people
Translation.
watching the YouTube videos
Do better,
paired with the
fuckers.
revenue that I'm getting from Twitch is enough now for me to pay my bills and afford the new
So
games
which
and
one
do
is it,
everything I'm
Phil?
doing.
Are you all in on Twitch or is it 50-50?
I
So-
thought it's not possible to go all in
If
on
I
Twitch.
don't get DSP Gaming fixed and I'm getting 0 revenue from YouTube, I am
Zero.
screwed in 2 months. So literally in September, when it's the busiest time for gaming of the year, when everyone's going to want to see me covering the new releases, I'm not going to be able to pay my bills. I don't know how I'm going to buy new games.
I do.
All right?
Nah.
I
It's a
do.
2-month stagger between
know
the
how.
income that you
You
get.
can
from
get a
Get a job.
job.
Twitch,
Yeah.
FYI.
Sorry.
So this really
No,
sucks.
that's what we needed.
This really fucking sucks. And I'm gonna ignore all
All
the
the
trolls in the
trolls.
stream.
I mean,
chat who are
ignore
saying
the
ridiculous
trolls.
things.
Like, get a
Because
job, right?
There's no quick solution to this.
Yeah.
There is. There's no
If you
quick
have a
fix. There's
quick
no
fix,
solution
please send it
that's
to
gonna,
my email.
fix this problem. What
If
I
you
need
have
right now,
money,
the help
please
what I
wire
need
it
from
to
you,
me
the
now.
viewer, is a few
If
things.
there's
I
have
need
a
your
solution,
money.
Number one, if
let me
anyone
know.
knows a contact at Rockstar,
Someone
like someone
legit.
legit, or if you
What the
know
fuck is this
who
shit?
the PR department is at Rockstar, I actually know someone who's in the who's in gaming journalism, and I'm gonna ask
Uh-huh.
him. If
Oh,
he
you're
has
gonna
any
ask Patrick
contacts
Klepek?
for Rockstar's PR department.
Yeah.
You burned your
Because
bridge
I
with that
really need to
guy.
get in contact with them right away to try to get this cleared
Venomous
up,
Fat
because if it
Man doesn't
get cleared
count,
up, I'm
Phil.
completely screwed over.
Oh, yeah.
All right. That's number one. What I'm
Gamer J.
hoping,
Lee.
Maybe I'll get in contact with Rockstar, and Rockstar will be like, "We didn't do
Wings
that.
of
This isn't
Redemption.
legit,"
Chicken Wings
and
of
they'll
Redemption.
contact YouTube, and then they'll just get cleared up. That would be nice.
Oh, he can't redeem
Oh,
himself no
excuse
more, but enough of that.
Never mind that shit.
Someone is saying they got Rockstar's
Here
phone
comes
number
the
already,
bills.
but I don't know if
Here
it's
comes
true.
the fake phone numbers.
Oh boy.
If
Call
you
him on
have
the air.
Rockstar's
Call him on
phone
the
number,
air.
Or if you have a PR, if you have a
Text
call
him on
contact,
the
an
air.
email or a Twitter,
Dark Side Beat
send
comes
it to
to
me
life.
via email, darksidephil@hotmail.com.
Oh,
Don't
hey,
post
we
people
could
posting
get
stuff
you
in the
all
stream
cleared
chat.
up and
I'll never see it.
how about
all
a
right?
plate of ribs?
darksidephil@hotmail.com.
Oh, fuck you,
email
stream
me
chat. Send it to
information.
me through
And therefore,
email. The
hopefully,
slow stream chat.
I can get in contact with them today or tomorrow and figure out what on earth is going on and if this is legitimate or not. All right.
Plate of ribs.
Sound good? That's number one. That's how you can help me. Now, here's the other thing. YouTube obviously is going to be screwed up. I can't upload any videos to DSP Gaming, right? But that doesn't mean that I have to stop streaming. I'm streaming right now is the only way I can make money. And I do want to say thank you to everyone who recently,
Job.
all right,
Sorry.
has been cheering, has been subbing, has been tipping. It's been great. In fact, these past few days have been particularly good because people were anticipating I wasn't going to be live streaming for several days. Yeah, so that being said, thank you for that. Things have been good. But now, obviously, what I'm really going to need from
I
you
need
guys is
your help, guys.
so that I can.
I need you to fix my ass, my
keep doing this.
35-year-old
So,
ass.
again, I know I've said it a million
I
times,
need
but
your
thank
help.
you for the support. And if you can, when you're watching these live
It's very
streams,
important.
cheering, subbing, tipping, all those things. You know, I need them more than ever because it looks like potentially YouTube ad revenue may be going away if I can't get these copyright strikes cleared up off of DSP Gaming. All right.
I need your help, as in
DarksidePhil@hotmail.com is my email.
Hotmail.
Hotmail.
2017.
right.
Not kingofhate.com. Hotmail.
I think I started
Hotmail.
my first email address
I
on
thought
there.
they shut that
and
place
see,
down.
Ryan
Yeah.
OG just said, "Oh, we'll take
Sorry,
two so you
Susan.
need to contact because they're in charge of copyright." That's my point. That's why I think that this Rockstar Games Inc. these two claims are false. I think
False.
that they are false.
Somebody
falsified
disguised
information.
themselves as
Maybe they
Rockstar
had
and put
some
the
legit
copyright
contact
strike
information
on
from
it.
Rockstar, and they fooled YouTube's system.
Come on.
I think they're bullshit.
fooled the
I don't think these are
robots.
legit at all.
They fooled them.
And I need to get this cleared up. That's
An
what I mean. That's why I need
intelligent
direct
person
contact
found it.
information with Rockstar. So Rockstar.
What do you
will
mean
contact YouTube
Rockstar's
and
an
say, "No,
energy
this isn't
drink?
fair.
No,
This
I'm
is
at the
not
game
true."
studio,
You know, I have to look this
morons.
All right. So, number one, I need contact information for Rockstar. If you guys can provide it, I'd appreciate it.
Okay.
Number two,
Okay.
if you could support me on stream.
Oh, what?
As I'm streaming, I already was going to stream excessive amounts the next few days.
Uh-huh.
All right. So the good news is, I already was planning on doing.
Pay
extra
my way
streaming
out of
events
this.
Coming up in the next few days.
And
So
those
that's a good
fucking
thing.
cucks did too. Unbelievable. We'll get to that. Oh, we'll get to fucking that.
No, we need
at this
to.
point because I don't
Fuck
know
those.
what's
We
going
will.
to happen with DSP Gaming at this point.
Oh
you know?
my fucking god. Pay me.
All right. So
Just give me money.
this also means, sadly, folks, that some things have to change. So, for example, tonight I was going to stream Danganronpa 2, but Danganronpa 2 was a playthrough I was recording with no stream
No.
chat, no interaction, and
You
therefore
live
no one
streamed
shared and
Danganronpa
subbing.
2.
I'm sorry, I can't. Now I can't. Tonight, the Danganronpa 2 stream is off.
No.
What I'm trying to do tonight is play more Dark
Oh,
Souls
So
2.
sad about
People
that.
are showing up for
Yeah.
that.
Oh.
They're participating
Terrible.
for that. And
They're
that's what I gotta
participating.
keep playing right now.
Why?
To keep people engaged in the stream,
Oh, I see.
participating, I have to play what people are going to be here for.
Look at the
Also, this
disappointment on
needs
his
a pause
face.
as well.
Yes.
Danganronpa 2 was the patron's choice.
That's
it's-
irrelevant, right? There's no time for it. Listen, patron's choice is you're banned, okay? Don't talk to me about patron's choice. I don't want to hear
Actually,
fucking shit about
friend-
patron's choice.
Actually, Fred,
Black and white.
I believe it is pertinent.
It's not.
Be-
There's no such thing as patron's choice. There's no patron's choice. It's Phil's choice. Right? It's what pays the bills. It's Bill's choice.
Well, Phil has recently laid down the law
Did he now?
regarding patron's choice.
And
I'd actually like to put a correction to you, sir, Mr. Darkside Phil.
ooh,
A little sassy over
He
here.
stated regarding patron's choice that the games that were chosen were games such as Danganronpa, games such as Persona 4, games such as Yakuza 4. These were chosen by the patrons, and they tend to have a bit of a pattern to them. They tend to be these Japanese-style niche games. They tend to be sprawling adventure RPGs, but there's only one problem with that statement, and I don't know if you guys figured out immediately. Yakuza 4 was not a patron's choice. It was a Phil choice.
oh,
Phil is hell-bent on rewriting his own history in
Aw.
order to illustrate his points, and this is yet another example that you can add to the list. He added Yakuza 4 as a goal to be reached. Not a patron's choice. It was the reward for hitting the goal in order to prepare him
Yep.
for a playthrough of Yakuza 5. It
That
was,
was the
not
wording,
up to
yeah.
the patrons to decide that game. It was a reward for getting Phil through that particular month.
That was even in the wording of the thing. I remember it. It was in
So
preparation.
He's
for
rewritten his
Yakuza.
narrative tons of times, and this time he had to lay down the law for patron's choice. He can't do it anymore. He can't do these long adventures where people speak a different language and he has to speak the English language for his English audience in order to compensate for the fact that these damned Japanese developers can't speak the proper language in their voiceovers.
The Queen's English.
So, in this patron's choice, you can't recommend him any Japanese games or Japanese culture centric. You can't recommend him any RPGs because they're too long, and he will forget about them. And it has to be under 20 hours long.
Mm-hmm. And it has to fill a crowd too. It has to put butts in seats.
Yep.
Somebody said it in the chat. It was a really good line. Patrons, the illusion of choice is what it should be called.
It is the illusion of choice. It is. It's not
patron's suggestion. It's not even like an actual choice.
It's patron's input. That's it. It's just Phil is the final arbiter. Listen.
Yep.
All right, listen. This shit, patron's choice has no value. He tries to say power to the patrons. Look at it. If the wind blows the wrong way, that shit goes out the window. This motherfucker is not going to finish Danganronpa 2 for months. Do you want to think let's bet. You think he'll finish it by 2018? Or sorry, the end of 2017?
Danganronpa 3 will be out by the time he finishes.
So he might try to squeeze it in. When's Danganronpa 3 come out?
It's at the end of September, but he's run into an instance where the publisher has insisted you do not stream it.
And I don't think he'll want to stream it.
Not after that.
Oh, believe it or not, Phil is in support of this practice. It is a text adventure for the most part.
I see.
And he's supporting the publisher for trying to stand up for their game. Gee, I wonder what that sounds like. It might sound like something that is related to this very instance by another publisher. Might have had a strike on his channel. Might have also had some stream restrictions. Maybe a little hypocrisy every now and then, but it's probably nothing.
I see.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. He's talking about Danganronpa being put just on hold for now. I remember quite clearly there was another patron, highly anticipated goal that was put on hold.
Yeah.
Just gonna let that one sit.
So here's the thing. We'll get back to that. We've got to play because we're running a little long.
All right. Now,
but don't worry.
Don't worry. It doesn't mean that Danganronpa 2 is off the table. I will definitely, at some point complete it, but I have to do what I have to do to
Please
keep
look
staying
forward
business
to
here.
the completion in 2019.
And obviously, I wasn't expecting 2 false copyright strikes to come through the pipeline at all. All right? This is a ridiculous joke. I can't believe that YouTube is still in 2017 still having problems. All right?
I can't believe I have problems in my life. The fucking nerve of you.
I can't believe you could still do false copyright strikes like this. This is a joke. And I firmly believe this is false. Because if this was not false, again, why is it coming from Rockstar Games instead of Take-Two? Why is it only part 1 of every playthrough instead of all of them? Why was it strategically submitted to be 2 copyright strikes against DSP Gaming instead of more? Right? It doesn't make sense.
I think he is. We call those at work transient ischemic attacks. I think he's having a stroke, and not the kind that he's known for.
Oh.
I'm already getting some info. I'm already getting emails.
How about you read them out for us?
Thanks, pawns.
Scintillating.
Okay, we're waiting.
Doesn't take
No.
Would you care to read those out loud for us, Phil? We would really like to be in the know. Because we're on a need-to-know basis.
Apparently there's a couple phone numbers that you can call, but they're Take-Two. Again, they're Take-Two.
Nice job,
they're
idiots.
Not Rockstar.
Yeah, look at him shaking his head like,
I knew it.
These fucking people, they don't
Peons.
listen when I say things.
You plebs.
I suspected as much. And already I'm starting to get evidence here that this is false. Okay?
Phil.exe has stopped working for now.
All right.
I'm not rebooting it.
So probably what I've got to do is a lot of work, which sucks because now I was going to eat dinner.
Work.
And I don't have anything to eat. I was going to go grab like a Subway sandwich or something. And now I got to deal with this probably for the next 2 hours. I will be
Phil
streaming tonight,
has to
folks. I
fight
am
the
going to do more
evils of
Dark Souls 2
copyright
tonight,
strikes on
but
an
I can't
empty
promise you a time
stomach.
yet.
How dare
However,
you?
I can't upload the DSP Gaming at all. At all. There's nothing I can do. I can't upload the DSP Gaming.
You have KO Gaming.
Right?
KO Gaming's your best friend. It won't let you down.
So, here's the deal. I got some work to do. I'm going to try to contact Rockstar. I'm going to try to contact Take-Two. I've got to contact Curse. Alright? And I got to contact YouTube. I've got to do all 4 of those things
You
right
mean
now.
he has to do 4 things?
I got to upload this video because I'm recording this video right now. I'm going to upload this to the King of Hate vlog.
He's only
so people
one
can watch it on YouTube
man,
and
though.
understand what's
Yeah.
going on.
So one man
In addition to all of that, tonight I will be streaming again. I'll post up what time I'm streaming. It's going to probably be like normally it's 7:30. I doubt I'm going to be able to do all this shit and then eat and get everything done for 7:30. But I will be streaming more Dark Souls 2 tonight and tomorrow and Sunday. And please, people who are coming out for those streams, if you continue to support me like you've been doing, or even go a little bit better, that would help. Because right now it looks like I'm going to be getting 0 ad revenue from YouTube until this could get cleared up.
But that's the
All
okay
right.
sign. It's not the 0 sign.
And thank you, by the way. A ton of people are cheering. A ton of people are sending me tips. I appreciate it. All right. In fact, let me do a quick segment of thank yous for everyone who just did that.
Here we go.
People are
Yeah.
sending me troll tips too. Thank you.
They
I
can
need
go
all the
fuck
support I can
themselves.
get.
I hope
Hold
they
on.
die.
I need all the support I can get. I'm still not going to read your message.
Fucker.
Jesus Christ. A
Phil.
whole lot of dead air going on.
So that Anonymous cheered a bunch. I don't know total what he cheered, but he cheered
Boy,
a
this
lot.
sure
Thank you
is
very
an
much to that
emergency.
Anonymous for your support. Sensational Media did 100-bit cheers. Says, if you're trying to take away the livelihood of a man you never met and plays video games on the internet, you're a legit asshole. Viking did 100-bit cheers
That's
talking
me
about Rockstar
right
Inc.,
here.
who makes drinks, which isn't this case here. Timmy Not Jimmy did a 15-bit cheers. Says that's all he has. Thank you, Timmy Not Jimmy. I appreciate that.
Right.
B-Boy Cyclone subscribed to my Twitch channel. Thank you for that, B-Boy.
Stop donating. I'm
Anonymous did
trying
another
to
100-bit cheers.
tailor
The
to
middle of
your
a man is
interests
shown under
so that you
pressure.
can
Shout out
donate
these
to me
hater thoughts how
faster.
man you are. Well, I'm not giving up. I'm not. We're going to keep this going, man.
He's never given up.
Anonymous tipped me $5, so I don't know who it was, but they said, thanks for the stream, and fingers crossed everything works out. Woobeg tipped me $5.
Oh,
Says, man,
we're
your detractors are getting desperate now.
Bitch,
Hippo
please,
Stabber
come
did a
on
20-bit
now.
cheer. He
You're
says,
flattering
wondering how much
us.
money do you make on DSP Gaming now that ads are down across YouTube? It's like I said, DSP Gaming used to be 95% of my income, no lie. Then YouTube ad revenue dipped by 50%. So DSP Gaming became 50% of my income, and now it's split kind of like 50 DSP Gaming, 50 Twitch, and I take that back actually. It's more like 45 DSP Gaming, 45 Twitch, and maybe like, 10-15% Patreon or something like that. Actually, I take
And
that back.
5%
Patreon's actually a lot more
concentration
than that.
power and
You
will,
understand what
etc.
I'm saying. You get the gist of what I'm saying. YouTube is still a giant chunk of income of mine, and without it, I cannot pay my bills and I cannot keep doing this. Thanks to Geek Ground for the 25-bit cheer. He says, this is unfortunate about the strikes. That Anonymous did another 10-bit cheer and said Sentinel's boss fight. Well, that'll be tonight, I guess. Niche 2440.
Oh my God, 5,000 bits on
Good
the
boy.
So I heard that it's not
Good
one strikes for
boy.
channel
That's
was
what
taken
fucking
down. No, that's
happens.
not
Yeah,
the
that's
case.
what you
Three.
fucking
I
do when
got-
somebody's saying like
the
that.
information I just got from YouTube
Every
said your
time he
channel
fucking
is
piss
now going to get
fucking
taken down in 7
Christ.
days. So that's not
Wolf,
correct.
every
I have a
fucking-
feeling
Viking
that's
did a
not going to be
500
the end of
cheers.
it
Oh,
either.
wait,
That's
legitimately
the
Angry
worst
Folk
part.
Thank you, Viking.
Oh, no, Rad.
Westminster
you
did
and I
100-bit
both
cheer.
know This isn't
He
the
says-
end.
Reach out to Destiny. I'm not even going to get started. Don't get started with
Don't
that.
start
All
with
right.
me.
Duke XJT did 100-bit cheer. Thank you, Duke. And Yamanuj97 just did a 5,000-bit cheer. Thank you, Yamanuj. Holy shit.
Why?
Thank you very much for your generosity there, man.
Why?
All right.
What fucking benefited? I don't understand why you
So
think
thank you,
this is
everyone. Like I
going
said, what I'm
help
going to do
the
right
problem.
now
You're going to
end this
be
stream and
asking
upload
for
this
money
video
later,
to the
too.
King
He's
of
going
Hate
to
Vlogs.
keep doing this
I'm going to try to
until he
contact. Oh, by the
squeezes
way,
you
thank you to
fucking
Mr.
dry.
Papavera, who did 100
You
bits
need
here
to
as well.
spend your money on better
Alright.
shit other than this fat idiot who can get his own
how much
job.
blood from a stone.
I'm going to try to contact
extract.
Rockstar directly
Depends
and/or
on the
Take-Two
stupidity of his
directly.
fucking viewers.
I'm going to try to
It
contact
really does.
Curse. I'm going to try to contact YouTube. I got to do all those 4 things, and then what I'm going to do is submit counter notifications against
never
all
mind,
of
that's
this shit that I
5
just got,
things he has to
supposedly
do.
from Rockstar Games. All right.
He's a busy boy.
5 things.
Fair enough.
Brad, he's a one-man show.
Yeah.
How could a person do 5 things in one day?
Okay.
I know.
So, yes, and thank you.
He's
I see
not
that many people are
Superman.
emailing me now
I
with
almost
more and
want
more
to
information,
send him bits.
and I appreciate that.
Right?
So I'm going to send a bunch of emails.
Spill the
I'm
money
gonna do
loose
Twitter,
enough
I can,
from
go
my
out, go
I
out,
have to
talk to
do
a lot of stuff I can do. But tonight there will be a second stream. It will be
Send
Dark
against
Souls
the
2.
world.
All right. But I don't know when it's going to be because I have to do all this shit first. Plus I have to eat. All right.
Yep.
So I will get back to everyone later tonight
Oh,
on Twitter.
6
I'll let you
things,
know
and he has
after
these.
I'll let you know when I'm going live again with more Dark Souls 2 tonight and tomorrow. There'll be more all weekend until we see what happens. All right. And sorry, I can't upload the DSP Gaming right now. Now, if it ends up that I cannot get this fixed, then I'm going to start uploading to KO Gaming. All right. Because I have that backup channel. But we'll see what happens. All right. All right. Thank you, everyone. I will now end this, upload this video, and we'll go from there. I hope to have good news for you. All right. Thanks, everyone, for your help. Please continue to do whatever you can. Thanks.
Oh boy. So
Oh,
that was
boy.
the
Wow.
emergency. And then
What
some.
What an emergency that was, guys.
Oh,
I feel like I
man.
need to donate all my fucking money to him right now.
Yeah.
Because,
you
he
might
can't
as
fucking
well.
work for himself.
Need to go pick up extra shifts at work.
What
Actual
about
work.
others, man? What about others? Where's this other people? Who else does shit like this and gets the fucking money like this? Like, if I went on fucking Twitch right now and did this same exact shit, everybody would think I'm a fucking asshole. Everybody would think, like, why don't you get a job, you fucking lazy bum? What makes him special? Nothing makes him special.
Well,
He doesn't
aside
think that, though. The world owes him everything. He is entitled to everything. And I think it just ends there. He is entitled.
Yes.
for Phil, he is Phil Burnell. He is believed that the boat on him seeking proper employment, that ship has sailed right now. And this YouTube thing, this Twitch thing, it's all he's got. He's going to give it 110%.
Well, except when it comes to, trying to sort out problems. He outsources that to his non-paid.
I feel that
Service.
he has let a few things slip into this video as like throughout. That part where he said, "Oh, my focus is on Twitch right now." Well, actually, YouTube and Twitch are about 50-50 of my bills. Well, actually, it's more like Patreon is like 10% of my bills. He constantly has to correct himself in order to make sure that he does not neglect however many avenues he receives his finances, so as to ensure those particular donors that you are just as important. This is the narrative that he is spinning to you. And that's really all I have to say that's on the mind right now.
To me, I feel like, this is one of those situations where it's probably going to blow over, and, we're just sort of trying to give some gravity to the situation. Phil has the ability to make it through nuclear holocaust. He is very cockroachian in that way, and he will survive the nuclear apocalypse. But let's just entertain the idea that this does not blow over. He tries to say all in on Twitch, but it doesn't. This is the only time he acts as though that this all in on Twitch strategy is viable is when the chips are down and he requires the ability to do this. So it's going to be interesting. We're going to see what happens. I don't know.
It's going to be an interesting 7 days.
Yes.
7 days.
I
So-
will at least be interested in the fallout. I am with Phil on the idea that these particular strikes against him may be illegitimate. If that actually were the case, Phil would have to drop a shit ton of games, especially from Rockstar. He replayed Red Dead Redemption for no reason. He played it to get psyched for a game that he might be now horrified to play. If he goes into Red Dead Redemption 2 next year, assuming he survives that long, God forbid, if he goes to Red Dead 2 next year, what are the chances that he's going to run into Rockstar Games Inc. again?
Oh, pretty damn high.
Yeah. Like, it's
Pretty damn
definitely
high.
there. I mean, he's already sworn off Atlas Games because of this copyright strike. He can't take chances again. I believe one of the patrons' choice, he had to find out a day later that that game was published by Atlas, and he kind of put his hand out like, whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa there, cowboy.
Hold the horses
said
there, cowboy.
no Atlas Games. So he's rightfully paranoid about covering anything Atlas related
Of course.
because of this instance.
Right. And so, switching gears, we have a very... Shad.
It's just
Shad.
the
Shad.
biggest disgrace.
Fucking kill you, Shad.
I'm really sorry.
Turn it off.
I thought it was. Now it is.
Use your vibrator on your own time.
Oh my god!
Hey, Phil gets to do it during stream. It's my phone.
That's not the opening you want.
Oh.
Yes, it
I
is.
think that was perfect.
Yeah, that stays in. Oh.
All right. Anybody else have one? You know what? I'll do a fake one so we could get it out of the way. If anyone has another one. So, switching gears here, we've got a very special surprise guest for you. You know her, you love her. She is returning, and she is the delightful Nicole. Nicole, thank you so much for joining us on this special night of antics.
It's not night for me, but thank you.
Well, for our viewers and for everybody else in the United
Probably.
States, it is night. But sentiments all the same. Good afternoon to you. Good afternoon to Shad as well, who has been with us. Okay, so we've got another video to get to. But before we get there, I just want to bounce a couple general questions in your direction based on what we've just watched. And maybe that'll help us figure out what we're about to watch right after this. Tell me a little bit about a channel on YouTube that has been given a third strike. What is the process for somebody that is on their third strike?
So once you hit your third strike on YouTube, you get restricted, which means you have less access to uploading, to monetization, to your ability to counter the claims at this point, depending on whether it's the actual company or not, because I was under the impression that they were legitimate, but that may not be the case.
Mm-hmm.
But he wouldn't be making money at all from here on.
Okay. And so let's say that this dreaded fourth strike comes through. His channel will be terminated without prejudice. Can he go back and appeal this after the fact? Can he get something started now that would prevent this from happening? Or if a channel does get enough strikes to be terminated, is that basically the end of the channel?
Usually they terminate it without warning. But you can get in if you have enough contacts at YouTube or with your network or whatnot, you are able to get your channel back. They keep your channel's log for, I think, 30 days after it's been terminated or suspended. So he could always do that. But I think he has a week from now until it's terminated if he gets a fourth one.
Okay. And now they've revamped the copyright process, which, to our understanding, made it more difficult to issue a false copyright strike. Are we correct in that assumption? Have they done anything behind the scenes to make it more difficult to issue somebody a copyright strike?
Yeah, because do you remember that time on YouTube where Scarce was striking everyone, but it wasn't Scarce? YouTube fixed that back then. That's why I was under the impression that all the strikes that he has now is legitimate.
So it would be much more difficult for somebody to issue a false strike. Like, I'm trying to figure that out. So would this have to be somebody that was, I don't know, knowledgeable about, like, you know, how we figured out that it's more difficult to do that, but like, how difficult is it to do that if you were to guess?
The thing is, you can't just do it and pretend you're someone. Like, you'd have to have the company registration or proof that you're this company. YouTube's not just gonna say Rockstar striked me, you know, and it not be Rockstar. If it's not Rockstar, they've gone out of their way to legitimize their company as a Rockstar. So, but even, I mean, who has the time to do that, especially for someone like him?
Right. That's why this is so interesting. I mean, in the past, before these changes, we would just say instantly, okay, this is a false claim. But based off of what we know about what they've done to address this, because this was a widespread issue on YouTube, it either seems as though somebody had to go through a ton of trouble to make this happen, or this is in fact legitimate.
Yeah, either somebody has a lot of time on their hands and really went through the process to prove that they're this company and have the rights to this, or he just got striked, which is the more likely assumption. Because if he counters, the other side needs to immediately prove that they own the content. Has he counted? Like, has he even said that he's counted?
He said that he instantly just countered it. Like, he what he did at this point, he says, and then we'll also see this in the video upcoming. So I know we kind of put you in a weird position here. But essentially what he said he's done so far, he has contacted Curse, his partnership, who, by the way, Curse has a no-strike policy, and so he's on strike 3. In general, Curse might cut ties with him because he's such a high-maintenance channel that performs, I don't know, I would say...
Poorly.
Well, 2 million views per month. I don't know if that's
poorly.
Exactly poor.
It's poorly.
Okay.
For what he can give to a network, like, the views to a network, to a degree it matters, depending on what network you go with. There's networks that only want the views, so they'll partner hundreds and hundreds of people. A good example of that would be Freedom. And then there are ones that focus more on the money that they can make. So you'd look at someone like Liza, and she has 10 million subscribers, but she probably makes the most money on YouTube, where you'd compare that to PewDiePie. He would be like, nowhere near as good as PewDiePie, but on that scale where even if he has all these views, he's not making any money.
Sure.
So it's not worth it to them.
Okay. So he might get in trouble for that anyway, just because I'm sure Curse is not happy about having to dedicate time. I think Curse likes to be a hands-off type of thing. You just sign up for them, you make them some money. They seem not to care about what he does or anything else like that. They seem like they just want to be...
If somebody reports him, though, then, like, say someone sent him an email and be like, you need to look at his channel, then they would do something. But you have to remember, Curse is such a huge network. Like, everybody signs up to get 90%. So the chance that they've noticed is very small.
So what he said he's done, he's contacted Curse. He has somehow, through asking his viewers, has ended up speaking with somebody with Rockstar's PR or something like that. He says that he knows the person from Take-Two that's responsible for issuing takedown notices, and that doesn't match up with who did it from Rockstar Games, which is unusual. And of course, he said he gave a counter notification for everything. So that's where he's at now.
As far as I know, if you issue a counter notification, the other side has a very limited amount of time to prove that they own the content. So if, like, it hasn't been removed, that just suggests it was legitimate. And now everything he's trying to do is kind of more so a petition than an actual, the ability to have it changed, because it would have been removed by now.
Well,
because
this all
as soon
happened...
as you counter, you let Google know that you're like, no, this isn't right.
Well, this all happened within the last 2 or 3 hours. So this is all very recent. I would assume that Rockstar has, or whoever issued the strike, I think they have, wouldn't they have the 14 business days? Unless, and then the strike would just sort of fall off after that period of time?
The strikes are in tiers. I don't remember the exact amount of days. So your first strike will expire in X amount of days, and then your second is in X amount of months, and then your third is 6 months, if they're all active. Once one becomes inactive, it goes down again. So right now he'd be looking at an expiration of at least 6 months.
Okay. And so that's where he's at. He's trying to get these turned over. Something that I thought was unique, and I don't know if you've ever seen this before, but essentially what happened is this person, Rockstar, whoever, claimed the first part of several Rockstar playthroughs. I think Grand Theft Auto 5, Bully, Red Dead Redemption. They just claimed part 1. Have you ever seen something like that, or does that make sense that if this was legitimate, somebody would go that route instead of maybe trying to flag every video in the playthrough or something like that? Does it make more sense, maybe in Phil's case specifically, where he has hundreds of parts per playthrough, that they would just flag part 1 of each offending playthrough?
It could be more so it's not an actual person. It could be a machine, and because you said he has so many playthroughs, for it to find every single one. Because if a company does it falsely, they get their ability to put strikes down taken away. So they're not going to want that. So they'll do it one at a time. So in that retrospect, it could make sense. But also that coupled with, I think you said it had a Gmail, is the bit that's a bit confusing.
Okay. I think that about does it with the questions I just had at this point. All right, so we've all got the Watch Together link, I'm sure. We've already done our sound check, and so if everybody's ready, we will watch the follow-up. This is the pre-stream from approximately, God, at this point it would have been 2 hours ago, right? Maybe a little longer than that?
About 3 hours ago, I
Jeez,
say.
how long have we been live?
3 hours ago.
Oh boy.
A while.
Well,
our Smashcast says about 800 hours.
nice.
For some reason.
All right. Well, as long as we keep it under that, we'll be fine. All right. So let's get into this.
Whew. Apologies, everyone, for everything going apeshit and crazy and out of control today, which obviously I did not intend.
No.
These
It
false
sucks.
strikes out of control.
I certainly did not want this to happen, but so basically what's going on is my whole schedule today screwed up because earlier today I had to end the stream early, receiving 2 what appear to be false copyright strikes against DSP Gaming for Rockstar Games, even though they don't appear to be legit at all. In fact, I even did even more research into them, but then before, when I had originally did my quick stream reaction vlog about what was going on, they were issued by someone at a gmail.com email address. Now, don't you think that if someone was going to actually apply a copyright strike against a YouTube channel legitimately, they would use the business email, not a generic Gmail email address? I'm just saying. It seems to me like this is bogus yet again. It really does. It seems completely and utterly bogus.
Does that hold any
I'm not too happy about this.
weight? You think?
I mean, for all the reasons that you already know, right?
That snort, though.
Also,
Fucking
that
nothing you can
PS4
do.
menu music is now synonymous with Phil. I can't unhear it.
I know, right?
It's
Yeah.
triggering me whenever I turn on my PS4.
Oh.
It's like, oh, I have to listen to a pre-stream
It's
again.
upsetting, yeah.
All right, everyone. So here's the deal, because everyone is hot and wants to know what's going
They're
on.
hot.
and everything.
Whoa.
They're hot.
Whoa,
Supposedly
shit.
Copyright strikes against DSP Gaming earlier today.
Not in his
In the
vicinity.
interim, since I ended my stream earlier, I emailed both. Well, actually, just listen to this, okay?
All right.
First of
I hate
all, I
his
emailed
voice.
Curse,
Yeah,
my
it's
partner
pretty
network,
fucking
to let them
bad.
know what was going on. Let them know they look like false strikes.
Fucking lazy.
I emailed YouTube to let them know these look like false
It
strikes
is.
and they need to look into them because they look false. I submitted counter notifications against everything. All right.
God, those shorts.
Counter
those shirts are
notifications
bad.
against all of the fucking
Yeah,
videos
they're
that
not
were
great.
taken down.
Absolute booty.
I emailed, well, I actually sent a message via their website to Rockstar PR department. Okay? I also emailed Rockstar's PR department, and I located the person who works at Take-Two Interactive who actually deals with the DMCA stuff, meaning I know the person who actually issues takedown notices for Rockstar and Take-Two, and it's not the person who apparently filed these false strikes against me. I have a
Okay, snort it is.
tremendous amount of evidence stacking against the fact that these are false claims, and I even emailed the guy who is responsible for the real
That's about the
claims
only thing that's
from Take-Two.
tremendous relating to Phil.
Okay,
No.
Well, his weight and cholesterol.
so I did
Yeah.
this. I sent them all the
Just if you
information.
wanna
It took
split
me- It took me
hairs.
about 2
And his
hours
gout.
to get through everything. I sent them screenshots of the claims. I sent them all kinds of information. All right.
All right, so let's pause right there. So that is the answer to your question, Nicole. Those are the things that he has done in response to the strikes. He submitted counter notifications to everything. He contacted Curse. He contacted this guy he claims to know from Take-Two.
Samurai Hendo.
And he submitted a thing from the forum for Rockstar Games.
But if he didn't think it was legitimate, then why didn't he just counterclaim? Like, why waste your time with everything else?
Well, I don't think he has the confidence to say whether it's legit or not. I think he just, when this happens, he sort of freaks out and does whatever it takes to stay afloat. And so,
You mean whatever it takes to entice his audience to give him money?
Yes.
fair point.
Well-
Okay, well,
That's a weird way to put it.
Absolutely.
that is actually a very astute point.
I like this girl.
Yeah, she's pretty good.
I just mean,
Australians.
if
man.
you believe and you know that it's false, and you're going to tell your audience, this is false, help me, get in contact, do this, do that, and then in the same retrospect be like, oh, I need money, I need help to, like, be afloat, don't you think that's kind of manipulative? And if he had so much confidence that it was false, why are we contacting companies as opposed to just YouTube? Like, it just sounds like he wants money, and this is all for money. Like, not the strikes, I mean, but how he's playing it out for the audience.
Well,
Wow.
there
He will
is
do that in any situation.
there is a bit of there's a bit of detail that would actually very much support your theory. Next week, from the 12th to the 16th, he is planning time off, where he is going to relax in the sun and take a well-deserved vacation. And so...
For what? That's I didn't even mean that to be fun.
Correct.
Like, I don't listen. The thing that every time I come and see what you're doing, and I hear him bitch about how he's not making enough money. I'm sorry, I forgot if I can swear or not in your stream. I I have a friend.
Yeah, you can swear
And
as
he
much
has-
as you want. I mean,
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he has 350,000 subscribers, and he makes really good money a month. But he never, ever asks his audience for money. He refuses to make a Patreon. He even hates having donations because you're not on YouTube or you're not on Twitch. It's not supposed to be your job. You know, it's supposed to be a hobby that can lead to have value. But he sits there and acts entitled and begs people for money and twists situations to be a victim just so you think he needs help and he doesn't.
Nail on the head. Absolutely.
That was fun.
Yeah, she cracked the case pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
If I may say something real quick,
Jeez. Yes.
I kind of want to put Nicole in Phil's shoes for a brief second.
Oh, I see.
And
Behind the smell. But...
the first thing he did was he tried to contact the game publishers themselves. He tried to contact us. He tried to contact Rockstar to say, did you guys legitimately give me a copyright strike? He has to make sure that it's from them. That's the first thing he does. In his mind, that is priority one. And then his next actions are determined by Rockstar's answer. He doesn't immediately go to the counter notification. That is his train of thought in tackling these copyright strikes. He has to make sure they are legitimate first. So in his mind, he goes straight to the source.
That's not his job, is what I'm saying. Like, the counter notifications, regardless of what you think about how YouTube is right now and how it handles things, the one thing that it's pretty good at is counter notifications. So why would you avoid that?
Well, like we said, I mean, it could be that he's just playing this up for money. I think part of the theatrics... See, here's the thing. Phil needs... His main product that he sells people, despite popular opinion, it's not video game footage that he sells people anymore. What he sells people, he sells them on the dream. He sells them on feeling bad for him and feeling as though you can donate to save his life, to help him, to save him from the dreads of having to work a job. And so this could just very well... I mean, he's done this before. He's played up situations and offered up donating money to him as the solution. And so, again, it's very refreshing to see you come to this conclusion so quickly, that this is a for-profit attempt. Yeah, I mean, he's already planning to do a vacation. He's telling people that they need to be extra generous in the next few days until he goes on vacation so that he can take off time while not having a steady flow of bits, cheers, and donations coming in during that week. And now you have this, and he, cranks it up to 11. So,
Yep.
My apologies again. You dialed down the scumbaggery of the situation. He wants money before the vacation?
Yeah.
I'm calling it exactly what it is. It's a fucking vacation. He wants money before the vacation, and he wants extra money upon his return in order to make up for the days that he's missing out on.
yes.
The days he chose to take off
Exactly.
specifically.
Re.
And I think, Nicole, it's like Fred said, that you came to that conclusion so quickly. That sort of feels default now, though. If there is anything, if he stubbed his bloody toe, he'd be on stream talking about it and how, for some reason, people need to open their wallets and throw money at him.
Mm-hmm.
I think I said it. Wait, is my mic fixed? by the way?
Perfect now.
Yeah.
Yes,
There was a
it
little
is.
bit of crackling, a little bit of robot, but no, it's perfect now.
Don't let them know.
I was going to say, I think last time that I had to witness this bullshit, I said that he does things for attention and all he wants is money. And I still think that's the case. I still think that he will blame everybody he can but himself. And what he doesn't realize is his audience isn't responsible for him. You know, your audience, regardless of what platform you're on, regardless of what you do on YouTube, on Twitch, on whatever the hell you're on right now, like, it doesn't matter. You're doing it because A, you want to do it, and B, because you have viewers that are voluntarily watching you. You know, they're not there to pay your bills, and the fact that he thinks they are, and he puts such this big illusion that he's going through so much shit. The shit that he goes through isn't shit that you go through. Like, if he was becoming homeless, like, yeah, okay, I'll sit there and listen to you cry and scream and just bullshit your way through it. Like, okay, I understand. That's a problem. Like, being homeless, being in unstable living situations, anything like that is a problem. Not getting money or not getting enough money that you believe you're entitled to isn't a problem.
It's
And that's
a
that.
problem of his own making. He put himself
and
here.
it's also a first world problem. And
Exactly.
it's so infuriating that he thinks that he has the right to sit there and, you know, he doesn't know who his viewers are, but they're so caught up in his bullshit and they listen to everything he says that they don't care that he's manipulating them. And that's what he is. He's a manipulator.
Nicole, do you know how old he is? I'm just curious.
No, but he acts like a 5-year-old.
Oh.
He's 35.
Add 30 to that, yeah. He's 35, he's...
This man
And
is
he's
35
asking other people for money.
Yeah, he's asking children for money. It's...
Yeah,
Teens.
so
Yeah.
what happened, what was it, 2 days ago? He had this message in the chat. This guy said, I think his name is Derek. He says,
Derek.
"Oh, Phil, I'm sorry, but I can't subscribe to you anymore. My parents found out and they're pissed, so I'm sorry."
That freaking...
And he had to say to him, like, "Oh, it's okay, man." Or, like, it was so cringy, you know? That's what he's doing. He's shaking down the parents' wallets. That's what he's here for. His main audience is 13-year-old boys.
Yeah. The way I
Well,
read
yeah,
that
that's
was...
what I'm saying. He preys on their vulnerability.
Yes.
And they'll want to be noticed. And the only thing I will ever compliment him on is that he's very good at making his audience feel wanted. And he's very good at making them feel like they're heard. And that is why they're so inclined to fall into this trap that he's put, where they will give him money and they will listen to every problem he thinks he has and everything he thinks he's entitled to, because he just preys on those that are vulnerable and that are younger. And that came out really bad. Didn't mean to allude to the fact he was a pedophile, because I just realized that's what it sounded like. But he does. He preys on people that are vulnerable. And it's not okay.
You notice it a lot in his streams too, like these little pre-streams that he has. It's a lot of just more this piss and moan kind of behavior where it's like, "Hey guys, I had a bad day today. I got a copyright strike. Fuck you, give me money." It's like it just starts from there. It just ends up you giving him money in some way, shape, or form, and he's like, "Oh, I appreciate it," and then he just repeats the cycle.
Well, I think
Also-
that's the main problem, though, is like, even if he is going through copyright strikes, whose fault is that? That's not his audience's fault. That's not your fault to pay for that. You know,
not their
if he is going to
responsibility,
upload no editing, like, that's, you know what you're going up against.
He's a grown-ass man.
Well,
Simple as that.
physically.
Act like a grown-ass man.
I do
Wow.
have another point that I'd like to bring to the table.
Yes.
Because I believe I have a proper response to the why didn't he do a counter notification. Is there any type of penalty should the counter notification be rejected? Does
Yes.
the strike
Oh.
stick around for an extended period?
Yes, it automatically becomes, it's either 3 months or 6 months. It's one or the two, I don't remember. But it does if you know that you don't own the content and you still counter it, then you get a permanent strike for either, well, temporary strike for either 3 or 6 months.
Interesting.
I was just
But then
saying...
that would mean that he knew he was in the wrong, but he's still telling his audience, you know, that, yeah.
Well, what accountability is there, right? I mean, his audience does not have any of this know-how. They don't know any of this stuff. And so what they know about YouTube is what they hear Phil say. To them, whatever Phil says is fact. And so what ability do they have to hold him accountable? That's the problem. And that's why he preys upon those that are incredibly naive and those that are incredibly young, because they have to use him as the primary source of information on what they know about what Phil does and what's going on in Phil's life, you know?
But he's very one-minded. Like, I feel like it'd be less of a problem. Like, he has... I mean, you guys, how long have you two been clashing, or whatever it is you want to call whatever you guys are, you know? How long has that been a thing? Like, if he would just be open to discussing and learning and understanding that he is responsible sometimes, and there are ways that he can remedy it himself without having to beg his subscribers or whatever, like, that would be less of an issue. You know, but it's just he doesn't want to communicate about it at all. And if you do, it's hate, or you get your channel taken down, or, you know, it's so silly.
Yeah. Yep. So, I don't know. I mean, we're going to see. We're going to see how long this lasts. But for right now, we've got our answer as to what Phil has done so far. Let's continue on and let's see how Phil feels about all this.
Yes.
Rad. Oh no. Did we lose
Rad? What happened to Best
It
Girl?
falls apart without Rad.
Oh no. Rad.
Everyone's wife.
God damn it, no.
They took him, friend.
Oh, we're screwed.
No.
We
Where did he
actually are,
go?
because he owns the watch together.
Yeah, how can we continue?
Rad.
What the hell happened to Rad? Oh shit. Well,
We need to put him on a fucking milk box.
I don't
carton.
think I can play
Have
this.
you seen her?
I can't play it. No.
You'll have to make another one and go to 3
No,
minutes.
that's very.
Okay, that's what I'll do. Fuck, Rad.
And if that is Vida in the comments, we still extend
We don't
a
have
respectful,
Fazzy does not belong.
if you would like to
Oh
have a
yeah.
short conversation
You
with
should
us
come
on the
invite her.
podcast.
Let's have a talk
Would you
about.
like to come on the podcast?
Yeah.
Let's
We're
have a
down.
talk about
Just a
like
short conversation.
Yeah.
We will be respectful.
what belongs where. Because I'm curious myself as to how you can, determine
What do
what
you say,
channel
Vito?
should go where.
What do you say, Vito? We
Yeah,
will
Vito.
remain respectful so long as we've got accents. We're straight.
Am I allowed to ask who that is?
Veeder
I don't know.
is
who it
apparently the man that is, encouraged or contributed to messing up our Twitch.
Oh.
He's a
Wait.
big Phil fan, and he gives Phil hundreds of dollars every month.
Yes.
Oh, I'd like
We
to
shall
know
remain.
why.
Yes. We remain completely respectful so long as we get respect the opposite direction. Vito?
Wait, do you know
your
it's
answer?
actually him?
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah, that's it.
Uh-oh.
Who's the advisor on that show? It is like his secretary.
Well, you can come on and ask. How about that?
Well, come on
You
and
can
ask.
come on. Stop being a fucking piss baby and come
No,
on the show.
no,
Or just
we
fuck
will
off.
remain respectful.
Don't fucking come in here and just be like, oh, I don't want to be. Just be a fucking
We're giving
dick the
you-
whole time.
We're giving you the opportunity to come
I'll
on.
talk to you. I don't know.
Yeah,
I have
she's the
questions.
nice one.
I don't know anything about you, so I won't be biased.
There we go. See,
Yeah.
and that way we can
Okay.
talk. Vito, what do you say?
Yeah, Veeder.
V-door?
Accent.
Right, I'm trying to do that. It's good.
No, well, you're not.
Well, I will not come on to your show and talk bullshit with you.
Vito.
Good old Veeder.
V-door.
I didn't know somebody
V-door.
still- Yeah.
Take me to your Vidar.
A yes or a no?
Yeah, we could wait. It's fine. I know it
We're
takes a
waiting on
long time
Rad,
to type. Yeah, we're just waiting on Rad.
Is he dead?
Did he stop typing? Is this the point where he stops typing? Say what?
What's his
Vito,
Twitter?
Say what?
I think you heard the question. Would you like to come on this podcast now and speak to us in voice? We will remain respectful so long as you do. Nicole is a completely impartial third party. She doesn't.
Oh yeah, I met them through them hating on me, and I came and defended myself. So.
And I'll shut my mouth.
Yeah, we were talking a lot of shit, actually.
Vidar, it's a yes or a no. Paranoid isn't a yes or a no.
Yeah.
It's one way or the other,
He's
homie.
paranoid. That's what he said. He said he's paranoid?
Well, paranoid with a question mark.
Oh, like he's voluntarily getting distracted by the chat. He knows we're directly addressing him, and he's like
Vidar,
choosing instead to like respond
wait,
to random
me?
people in the chat.
Me? No, me? No, you're not talking to me. These guys are. Like,
no, and that's fine. We know you don't support us, but you can voice these opinions in voice.
Yeah, no, I mean this stream lives or dies by you coming on it. I mean that's really going to add to the views is the one and only Viter coming on. I mean, there's going to be hundreds more show up for us to speak with you.
We're just giving you this
Nice.
chance.
You're going to be
You have
in
a
the
lot to
title.
say.
You'll be in the YouTube title. It'll say Epic Debate with Viter.
Whatever you want. We're giving you this chance to speak in voice. This is much quicker. We will remain respectful, completely respectful, so long as we get the same in return.
I'll give him 30 seconds.
Yeah, I'm not going to waste any more time on this guy.
Yeah.
Either he's going to come in or he's not. I mean,
30,
he literally just
29. Yeah.
wastes our time.
Oh wait! Message. I'm trying to get his Twitter because if you don't want to come on, I'll ask you the questions over Twitter.
I am a bit tired, though.
I'm
crap.
tired, Chad.
Hang
What
on,
the
no,
fuck
the
are
next
you
one is
talking
sure
about?
go for it. So, okay, let's get him on. Let's make this happen.
10.
Okay, so we're inviting him in?
Okay.
Okay. Rad made this, and I don't think I can... Wait, can I do invites? I'm gonna kill Rad when he gets back.
He said his name fit
He's
for the
muted
minute.
right now, but so you can kill him.
Rad, I really am gonna destroy your life. Let's see.
I'll be back.
Oh, that's the way you'd see. That's etiquette. Look at that. Alright, so I just sent Vidar the link to the Discord if he wants to come and have a little talk. We can have a bit of a back and forth, a discussion about the ethics of Twitch streaming and Hitbox streaming.
And Rad's back.
And Red's back. So, this will be good. And, you know, we won't tweet that he's coming because I don't want the thousands of extra viewers to show up here because of Viter, you know. So, we'll keep this on the hush hush. So now we
Shall we
wait.
keep going with the video for now?
I just sent Viter
till-
a DM on Twitter. I could send you a whisper on here too, if you'd like.
Yep, it has been sent on Twitter, Vito.
DM on Twitter, and I can also whisper it here to you on Smashcast.
So is this happening?
It should be happening soon.
It's
Yes.
absolutely happening. All right, this ought to be good.
Yes.
I'm actually excited for this. I want to see what he has to say.
Awesome. All right, so
Interesting to me.
we've got BrightsideViking here, and
Yeet.
we're going to
Okay,
talk to him
so
now. So
before
head on in to
any
the
of
voice
this-
channel.
Before any of this goes down at all, please don't kill me. I'm sorry.
What? What happened,
No,
Rad?
no,
It
we're
better
not
have been
killing
life or fucking
No,
death,
Rad,
Rad.
We will
Rad,
kill
Rad,
Rad later.
Rad.
Right now we have a guest.
Not yet. He
Like I
didn't
said.
join yet. There
Oh.
he is. All
Now
right,
we
so
have a
we're
guest.
now being joined by the one and only Viter, and this will be interesting. This will be a productive conversation, I'm sure. How you doing tonight, Viter?
Vito?
He might be getting his mic in. Give him a second.
Okay.
All right.
Probably his channel's fucked up or
And
something.
the killing of Rad will happen later.
Mm.
It will
Stay
happen in
tuned
the
for that,
meantime.
ladies and gents.
All right, so it looks like BrightsideViking lit up for a second.
Yeah.
He is lighting up and he is talking in the chat, so.
So, while we wait for Mr. BrightsideViking to adjust his audio, just want to again thank everybody for coming on short notice and obviously making the move from the other site that will remain unnamed, I'm sure, because Smashcast is pretty cool. I mean, we might have had a little break away from you for E3 and stuff. I swear that's all it was. I mean, we weren't two-timing you. So
Come on, babe. You gotta believe.
take us back. So, Viter, are we audio synced? Are we good to go? Can you at least hear me, Viter? Can you?
I think I can hear you now.
There we
It's
go.
my
Perfect.
There we
headset.
go.
There you go.
All right.
Hello. Nice to meet you, Vita.
So, Viter, it's nice to have you on short notice. We very much appreciate it. I'm sure that in your previous experiences with me, you know that I'm not here to beat you up or anything. So I appreciate you taking the chance to come on and to voice your opinion. So I don't want to waste your time. I guess we'll get right into it. How do you feel about the SoK's Twitch channel being suspended now?
I think that is pretty fair shutdown, to be honest.
Okay, and what would you attribute that to? What terms of service do you think were broken on Twitch to warrant such a thing?
Defamation of another streamer.
Defamation.
Yeah, definitely.
Can you point to me in the terms of service where it says that we cannot criticize a Twitch streamer?
The thing is that when you are using things as fair use, you cannot. Defamation isn't covered under fair use.
Okay,
Can you
point to
can you
the
point to the
specific example
defamation?
of defamation?
Yeah.
Well, you are the SOK, right? I haven't come into the wrong stream or something.
Right, Sons
Yes,
of Kojima,
but
yep.
just virtue of that does not equal defamation. We're just curious as to what in that particular
Are you an
podcast on
adult,
Twitch was defamation.
Yes.
What's that?
I think she seems like an adult, and she has to understand that you are sort of a troll group that's supposed to. You're working against Phil, not with him. You're not doing this to be like friendly with him or to boost his viewership or anything like that. I've talked with many of the people that are saying, "Oh, we are going to mass report Phil," and this was long before your
Which people?
channel got shut down.
Which people from the SOK were doing that?
The people in the chat.
The people in the chat. Those
People
are
in
the
the
people
chat.
that are broadcasting.
Those are people in the chat. Those
Right.
aren't
That's
SOK
not
members.
us.
Well, you are not moderating that at all. You are making them. You are allowing them to have these conversations and group up and do these attacks against
We
Phil.
don't moderate the
Because
chat
it's
at
none of our
all.
business.
Yes.
We don't
That
moderate
is
the
their
chat.
right.
We don't moderate.
Well,
the
That
you
is
have
chat.
to
their
do
right.
that.
Well, hold on, one at a time, please.
Why?
We don't moderate
Sorry,
the
hold
chat. I can handle him. We don't moderate the chat at
All right.
all.
Well, that's a problem for you guys. You have to moderate the chat so it doesn't become like a troll hive where people go in and attack other streamers.
But we don't have to do anything. We're not going to moderate the
No.
chat whatsoever.
Can I jump in really
Sure.
quickly? Okay, so in the Twitch terms of service where you reference defamation, the only way that you can get an indefinite suspension without any notice is if you have attempted or threatened to harm or kill another person, attempted or threatened to DDoS or SWAT another person, or lethal harmful weapons such as guns, knives, or explosives. Those
Listen,
are the only ways that you're
who are
allowed
you?
immediate suspension.
Who are you?
I'm
Nicole.
YouTube certified in audience development. I've been in the MCN industry for years, and I don't need you to talk down to me. So,
Well,
if
you
you are
are
going
not
to use
talking
the
down to
terms of
me.
service as an argument, at least listen to the point that within the suspension terms, it was incorrect. If you
Shut
say
up,
there's
Susan.
defamation, that's fine. I agree. Okay, you think it's defamation, that's fine. However, they needed a warning, and they weren't given it because it was done incorrectly.
I don't care if it was done incorrectly. They have no right to be there when they do this kind of stuff.
Why
They're
though?
Because we are having people all the time coming into our chat. Oh, look at this. Okay, come over, join our
Wait,
channel.
wait.
Where?
Wait, you're
That
talking
is not
about people
us.
coming into your chat, coming into Phil's chat, right? You're talking about them coming in, talking. So, can you confirm that they're coming from our place? Or even then, how are we supposed to control them? Are we supposed to talk to each one of our people and just be like, "Hey, guys, knock that off"? It's their own fucking right. You can't control
Yes.
Yeah,
So
you are the how you said the nest of much of trolling and things that are happening that are not good on this site.
May I chime in for a moment?
Sure.
I think you are equating what happened. We had 1,000 people in that chat.
And I have about 900
and then-
number of viewbots probably.
We had 4 people.
Why would we have view
on the
bots?
900.
podcast.
And
Dude, come on.
let's calm it down.
The 4 people on the podcast were not going into anybody's chat. We did not threaten anybody. We did not. We did nothing that actually. We made some poking fun comments.
You don't do anything to
nothing
moderate
that I-
the fucking community. That's the problem. You
Moderate
allow-
the
That is
community?
Not.
Hold on.
We don't.
This
that's
is
not
a difference of
required
opinion, though, on this too. It's important to identify.
Vider, let me just get a little bit of time with Vider by myself here. Vider,
Sure.
can you explain to me this moderate the community thing?
Yeah, you allow people in your chat and anywhere in your community to go out and attack other people. You do not discourage it, and you say it's okay. And I don't think that is.
Do we encourage it?
You don't encourage it, but you don't dissuade it either.
So we don't do anything about it.
Exactly.
And so you have a problem with the fact that we don't try to, like...
You know, you watching and what they are doing, like... I don't mind you being, how you say, broadcasting here. That's fine. But when you're on Twitch directly in competition with Phil, when you have your cronies or whatever come in and disrupt our stream, that's not a good thing, and I don't think it's fine.
Okay, let's break down these couple things. First of all, so what you're saying is that you reported our channel because you don't agree with what our community does on Twitch, because you disagree with our inaction and what goes on in general in the community.
Yeah, and that to use Phil's material that he had been broadcasting on Twitch earlier in a way that was not, in a way that I feel was defamation of Phil.
Now you're including something else. So what you're saying is that your problem is that we weren't policing our community, and therefore you...
That too.
And therefore, because of what was going on with our community, people that weren't necessarily us, because we weren't trying to boss people around and tell them what to do.
I'm not saying you did anything directly, Fred.
Right. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad. This is on record. This will be going to Twitch. So what you're saying is you reported us based on what our community was doing that is not us on, like, social media.
Well, what do you mean social media? I mean on Twitch.
What
You
were we
were
doing on
broadcasting
Twitch?
his material. You were using Phil's material, and you had absolutely no right to do that.
And how do you figure that? You don't think that that's transformative or fair use?
Not fair use, because you are defamation. This defamation in your chat and everywhere, they were talking about how you say attacking Phil, and if when you don't how you say moderate your community and allow this to happen while you're showing a picture of him and say that this is that you're almost encouraging people to take action against him, just like when you're talking about the copyright strike. Oh, he just needs one more copyright strike, guys. When what will happen when it will be removed? It's like it's encouragement also.
We encouraged people to go strike his channel again.
No, but you're advertising it that he only needs one more strike and he's out of there.
He's the one that said that. We don't have any information that he did not give himself. What are you talking about?
Well, it's what you do with the information as well, right?
Yeah, but we didn't do anything with the information. Yes, you're right. It is what we do with the information. We did nothing with the information.
I don't know what you did. You had this picture up there with the stream he had streamed on the channel earlier, and you were talking about him using directly his content that he had streamed on Twitch just a little bit before, and talked about this stuff. I don't know if in a negative way.
That content was on YouTube. What we watched was from YouTube.
Yes.
Do you want me to send you the link?
I don't care. It wasn't right.
Okay. So, again, all this is going to go to Twitch. I really appreciate you telling us that this is all fraudulent.
Not fraudulent at all, you fucking asshole. You are the one
Wait.
another streamer.
Relax, dude. Relax.
Say that again, Vider? Sorry, you were yelling.
I'm getting a little bit pissed off because I haven't done anything wrong. You are the one that's in the wrong here. You're the one that's the detractors. You're the one that are trying to destroy another person's living, you fucking asshole.
How are we destroying him by criticizing him?
Well, I did exactly tell you this earlier, that people were going after him for this, this terms of service thing on the bits or whatever. He hasn't done anything wrong in that
But
regard.
that's not us. But where are we doing that?
We had 4 people.
There were 4
talking
people
in
in here
that
this entire time.
podcast.
Nicole just came recently, so there was 5 now.
Well, you are sort of in encouragement of these other people that are fucking assholes and trolls and doing things they're not supposed to
That's
do.
the thing where
Vider,
you
here's the thing.
keep getting mixed up.
Vider, here's the thing. What you're saying is you want us to become now responsible for other people's actions. And that's why we're not trying to police people and discourage or encourage behavior, because that falls right into what you're saying. Because
you need to discourage bad behavior.
Hold on. Let me finish my point, and I want you to understand my point, though. Okay? Come on, relax. I'm not yelling at you. If we start encouraging, discouraging behavior, right? Then now we're responsible to continue to encourage and discourage behavior.
Yes, of course, you dumbass.
How's that dumbass? That's not our responsibility. That's not what we want. Do you think we want to be... Oh, you guys
You have to be responsible for your fucking community and what they're doing.
So Phil is responsible for what you do?
Of course I am. He's a bit responsible because of what I am doing because I'm moderating his chat. Of course.
So Phil was responsible for that beef that you got in with like Brian and stuff and all that other stuff.
No, that is personal between me and him. That has nothing to do with Phil.
That rooted from the Phil stuff. So what you're saying
is... Yeah, that's
is...
Brian's fault.
Yeah,
he invited me to
but
this.
Phil's responsible.
And he's a fucking liar. He's a fucking psychopath.
But Phil's responsible for that, right?
No, he isn't.
Okay. Is Phil responsible for our Twitch channel getting flagged?
No, he isn't, because he never mentioned you one time.
He mentioned us a lot. In fact, I have a screen cap from him right now celebrating the fact that our Twitch got shut down, accusing us of using viewbots. Would you like to see it?
Come on, you are such an idiot. You are the one that's a detractor of Phil.
Vito, we said that we would be respectful. Can you please stop?
Relax. I'm literally. We're debating the points. We're debating the points, Fighter. Come on.
I'm sorry, the reason that I got pissed off earlier was because we were talking about Derek, you know?
You're mad because we're detractors. Okay, that's a good... you brought up Derek. I wasn't going to, but you just brought him up. Derek has a ton of playlists on YouTube of him looking at videos of young girls. Is Phil responsible for that?
He's a minor, you dumb fuck!
Okay, is Phil responsible for that?
You are talking about the minor, and you can have any playlist you want. You are not supposed to dig in his private life.
I didn't dig anything. I saw it on Twitter.
Some people did, and he's a minor, and that is really, really wrong. And they are accusing a minor of being a pedophile. And you were talking earlier about him having some credit card with his mother. And
yes.
He was this innocent boy the next moment, and suddenly he's this pedophile. I don't really understand that. That's what pissed me off.
I didn't call him a pedophile.
Are you following the social media at all? Have you not seen this being said about him?
But I'm talking to you now, and you're attributing stuff that's going on Twitter that's not said by me to what you're talking about me with right now. I didn't make any of these claims.
Excuse me for a moment. First of all, Vider, it is very nice to meet you. Thank you for coming onto the show. Second of all, I believe the point we're trying to make is that you're under the impression that we should actually police.
Yeah, that we're responsible for people. I'm just trying to run these things by you so you see how ridiculous your line of thinking is. Is Phil responsible that Derek used his parents' credit card much to their dismay and now they're upset with him? Is Phil responsible for that?
No, but when you are having a stream anywhere, you are responsible for moderating at least the chat that is happening on the site you're casting on.
But Phil constantly asks for money and says that if you don't give him money, then he's going to go out of business, and puts pressure on people like Derek to give him money. He's still not responsible.
Pressuring minors to give him money. That is totally wrong.
Okay, so then we're not pressuring people to go fuck with Phil then.
Can I just jump in and say, I feel like your argument would make sense.
You're staticky, by the way.
You're very robot-y.
Hang on.
I wonder how it is. How do you fix it? Like, what is it that happens? Do you have to change your batteries? There you go. How do you fix it so easily? What is? Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. What I was gonna say is, I feel like your argument would make sense and have a lot more respect if you could realize that it's very biased. Because the point that they're making, which I think they're kind of conveying incorrectly to you, is everything you're saying that they're doing, he's doing in one way or another, but then you're not saying it's wrong for him. Can you at least recognize that, or no?
Nicole, do you know who these people are and what their concept is and what they're doing? Are you sure?
Why
don't you tell us then?
But no, hang on a second.
Cyanide.
Wait. But that's the point, is what I'm saying. I'm completely a third party here, and all I'm saying is when you're talking and you're giving your argument, you're being very biased towards Phil.
Of course I am.
But that's what I mean. Both sides are wrong in one retrospect or another, I'm sure.
No, there's only
But-
one side that is wrong, and that is this side. Phil hasn't done anything in this. He's not a detractor of the SOK.
Okay, but
Yes,
that's
he
the
is.
problem with the argument. Because you are refusing to believe that he's done anything wrong, and that's where your argument faults. Because they've just told you everything he has. And yeah, likewise, you've said the exact same back to them that they've done this wrong or they've done that wrong. But if you can't sit there and be like, okay, yes, maybe that's right, then what you're saying has no stance at all.
Well, it has because let me ask you something, Nicole. If I'm about to contact the SOK is like a business. Think of them like who do I contact in the SOK? Where is their contact information? What kind of an organization is this?
That is
You
that
go
is
to
a
Twitter.
false
It's a
syllogism.
bunch of people. Like that's
That is a
it.
false syllogism.
Going back where I feel like everybody got lost. So are you the one that reported their Twitch?
Several people reported their Twitch, obviously.
Okay. But did you? I'm just asking you. Like, did you?
I was probably one of them, yes.
Okay. So, well, then yes. So why?
Because I disagree with what they're doing. It's defamation of another character, and they are having a problem policing their community, so they're coming in and harassing us when we are streaming.
Okay. But here's the thing. They are not responsible for their audience. Yes, in their chat, it is their responsibility to moderate their chat. But they're not
They
in
don't.
Phil's chat. No. Their chat, they are allowed to moderate what they think is wrong. In Phil's chat, it is his responsibility to moderate what his chat is wrong. Are you aware of stands or like on YouTube where they have fans and they attack other YouTubers? It's not the YouTuber's fault. Like, everybody does their own actions. Did you report them because someone else told you to, or because you genuinely thought what they did was wrong? Answer me that.
I genuinely think what they're doing right now and anytime is wrong.
Okay, so the only person that's responsible for your actions are you, yes?
It depends what I am. If I'm working for a company, it's my responsibility
No,
to
because
do that, right?
you can have thoughts separate from a company, is the thing. Everything you do doesn't have to be a reflection of what you're associated with. So, did you reporting them, was that for you or for anyone else? That's all I'm asking.
In what regard? What do you mean? For myself,
Did
if I
you-
mean they
yeah,
harass me?
So, yeah, did you report them because you thought what they were doing was wrong with no bias? Like, you just thought, this is wrong, this shouldn't be on Twitch, or did you do it for Phil?
I thought this was wrong. This shouldn't be on Twitch because of what they were doing.
Okay. So if I ask the audience now that, and if you think
If you ask the audience here, don't you think they're a little bit biased?
Okay, no, but you don't know what I'm going to ask them. Like, you could see there's a chat going, right? If I say, like everything they're saying is because they think it, which is kind of common sense, like, they would say, yes, that's the case. Because they think it. And yes, you're right, people can be influenced by the people that they idolize or the people that they listen to. But at the end of the day, don't you agree that everybody has their own thoughts and has their actions based off it?
Yeah, but this isn't like a philosophy. This isn't like a philosophy.
It's okay.
Philosophical. That's
Philosophical argument. This is like what I think is right and wrong, and so I don't mind people
philosophy
making.
comes down to what is right and wrong, and I think what you're not understanding is, yeah, you are right. People are influenced by who they watch, and like you said, you thought it was wrong towards Phil.
It is wrong.
Yes, yeah, okay, but I'm saying in the middle for the purpose, so just ignore that bit. So you are doing it because, you watch Phil, you like Phil, that's great. And then these people, they watch, these guys, and they like these guys, so they'll obviously hear their arguments more, but they still have their own thoughts, and they still judge it themselves. Don't
All
you
they're
think
doing
that's
is
right?
talking shit about Phil, usually. That is what they do.
But what do you mean, in their chat or in his chat?
They are detractors of Phil. Don't you get it? All their content comes directly from him. It's the source of their what they're making.
But you were saying it's defamation, and that's not necessarily the case.
Well, I'm sure some people have to agree that some people can see something as defamation and other people see the same thing as totally fine, right?
I mean, everyone's open to criticism and freedom of speech, and I think that's where that falls under.
Yeah.
But Freddie,
when
if
it
you
comes
wanna...
to moderating our chat, If we saw death threats or organized DDoS attacks, we would shut that down in an instant.
Mhm.
There was none of that. We
Yeah,
would
like-
not put up with that. But we do not moderate people's thoughts. We do not moderate to the degree that they cannot think differently than the narrow definition that seems to fly in other places. Do you understand what I'm getting at?
If anything, Viter, take it from this. We may be detractors, as you say, but we are
Maybe the doctors are using you're not.
we
Please let
we
him
are
finish.
a community that
Okay, there's a
discourages
Phil.
extreme behavior that you describe.
Did everything die?
No,
No. So, okay, so Viter, all right, so one of the things you brought up, and I actually think this is the primary reason why you flagged us, you mentioned that we're in competition with Phil, we compete with him?
They are streaming at the same time and using him in your fucking cast. You're doing something wrong, in my opinion.
We didn't have him in the title. It's not like somebody that was looking for DSP would stumble on us. It
Well,
says
that-
It said SoKast special emergency copyright strikes.
Yeah, and who were you talking about?
Right, but you wouldn't know that unless you showed up.
You wouldn't know what SOK was?
Right. So what I'm saying is
Nobody knows what SOK is. It's just like, what can this mysterious SOK mean?
Okay. Would you say that somebody streaming the same game as Phil is competing with Phil?
If they are using Phil's commentary in the game, I would probably say so.
Oh, so what you're saying is that we're competing with Phil by using Phil's stuff.
Yeah, more or less, you are. You are.
But what we were broadcasting was something from YouTube hours earlier, and what he was broadcasting was Dark Souls
it's
2.
several different. It's many different things that are wrong with your cast. If you want to put it like that, it's not just one specific
No,
thing.
but we're talking specifically about the notion of competition. And you brought that up, and you brought that up before, and you used that heavily to explain why we shouldn't be on Twitch. You said that we were competing with Phil. And so what I'm offering to you is this. What we were broadcasting, what you say is competition to Phil, was a reaction video to something that he did as a vlog on YouTube hours prior.
Twitch as well, I will suppose. It was cast on Twitch.
Yes, but we got the source from YouTube. And do you mind if I also interject that we take no monetary anything?
Yeah, exactly.
So
You're not a business. You're just a
competition-
troll folk.
Competition sort of implies that we
Phil
would
is a business. I can
attempt to
find
take
him. I
away.
can search for Phil Burnell and I can find him. I have no contact information to any of you, even if you were to do something that you weren't supposed to do. I had no
Yes,
idea
that's the
where
point
to
I
find
was
any of you.
making. Yes, that's the point I was making. We aren't here for monetary compensation.
But you are not there as a person or
Commentary.
something, some organization either. You're just like a loose knit troll group that are trying to destroy what Phil is doing
How
as a
do we
living.
destroy him though? Like, explain. We're giving actual advice, criticism, and making a few jokes. I don't understand how that destroys him.
Yeah.
You are giving very biased information about Phil. There's usually not a guy like me that goes on and yell at you when you are doing this. It's just like a circle jerk where you are talking shit about Phil, and nobody usually comes with any argument that is against it. And even if they do, you can see how people are treating me, especially in the. It's not you guys are respectful, and I am sorry for yelling at you earlier. I am a bit tired, as I say. It's like 9 a.m. in the morning, and I've been awake all the night. But
We are too.
Yeah, I usually shout when I'm
fine.
tired. So
Yeah.
here's the thing. What you're saying that makes no sense. So what you're saying is that because people don't offer points that you agree with, then our channel should be flagged. Like,
no,
I'm
what
trying
I'm
to
saying
get you
that's
to justify.
It's
I'm
just
trying-
that's your general thing, right? I do not think there is anything wrong with making how you say satire or anything like this.
Perfect. Then we're all squared away. Then
Yes. Then we're
No, because you're taking this much farther than just
How?
satire. It is because you are
Explain.
sort of you are giving you are often bringing up points where you either make fun of Phil or in a way that I find this at least something very close to defamation of character.
Fido, may I ask something?
Of course.
If we did a very similar, we were saying all the same things, however, who we were talking about was a different person, do you think you would have gone through the same motions?
I would
If it was a different Twitch
imagine
stream.
if there's some SoK group that goes after low tier god, for example. That's what you mean, right?
If-
But I don't know if there
there's-
is, right? I don't know if there is.
If we were, let's just say that's what our podcast was about. We were talking about low tier god or somebody else who was streaming. Would you have gone through the same motions of flagging the Twitch channel?
The problem is I would probably never have heard of you guys if you were doing
Let's
something with
pretend you
somebody
stumbled
else.
upon it. Just humor me with this one that you stumbled upon it somehow. Do you think you would have gone through the same motions as you did?
Well, if I have you see, I have a lot of knowledge about what's going on in this community about now. But if
Oh, do you?
somebody else was talking about not your community, of course, but more the Phil community. But what I'm saying is, I would have to have some frame of reference to know if what they were saying was a defamation of the character or not. But when I listen to you guys talk about Phil, I obviously know some things about him and know when you're wrong and what you're saying is defamation.
Defamation is defamation. I mean, critique is critique and defamation is defamation. So if we were making spurrilous comments about somebody, let's just say low tier god, do you think you would have flagged our channel in the same way?
Ironically, I think he isn't on Twitch, and I can't answer that because I have no idea. I have no frame of reference to the streamer and the other person. So I would just say I would probably not, because it wouldn't have been a problem for me at the time. I can't answer that really.
I've been meaning to say this.
I thank you for your honesty.
I want to understand. You understand the definition of defamation, right?
Sure.
Vider, do you know that defamation requires there to be false statements, statements that are knowingly false that you're saying about them to intentionally damage their reputation?
Yeah, of course.
So can you show false statements that we've made? Like, can you point to some false?
I can't find some right now. I can probably go through all your 190,000 negative casts about Phil and find places where you have been doing defamation. Yes.
False, knowingly false statements.
Knowingly, I don't know if you're stupid. Maybe I think knowingly, yes.
Can you give me an example of one from tonight? Because you were watching, I'm sure. So
I wasn't watching the whole thing. I saw that
Right.
Brian, that psychopath. He was coming to me and PMing me and saying, "Oh, look, they are doing this and that, and now the SoK are streaming," and that's how I even got aware of that you were doing it.
So
Then how did you strike us?
Yeah,
if
what did
hadn't
you
watched?
see? What did you see that led you to strike it then? Defamation,
Well,
right?
I saw that you were talking about Phil when he was having this picture up on the screen, which you had taken from his channel. That was.
No, it was a pause in the video from his YouTube.
YouTube, yeah.
Yeah, I was watching it on Twitch just earlier. How can I see if it's on YouTube or fucking Twitch you're having it off?
Okay. So that's what you struck? You struck the fact that you saw us have a picture of him on the screen?
Unfair use of it because you are a detractor group and you are working against Phil and are a detriment to his business. I will say so, yes.
What you haven't proven or supported this argument that we're a detriment to his business. But again, I'm going to ask
I know
you.
this is not like the empiric evidence that you are not, because it's many different factors. You may bring in more crowds and people may be more sympathetic to them because you're assholes and people want to support the victim and stuff like this. But it's impossible to say that if you are contributing in a positive or negative way. But I think just as the concept, what you're doing is negative to him, and sometimes you are doing defamation.
Okay. So there's a lot to get to. Nicole just gave us the definition of fair use. I'm going to let her go in just a second. So you came to our channel. You saw that Phil's face, a picture of him, was on the stream, and so you decided to strike you decided to report the channel.
After I had talked with Brian and what they had said earlier, I was convinced that you were defaming him.
Explain what? So you
You
talked
talk
to
with somebody
somebody.
else?
So,
Sorry.
let me just please have a second with him. So you went to our channel. You
No,
saw.
I got told by somebody that you were streaming and whatever.
Okay, so you were told by somebody else that we were streaming, and so you went to our Twitch and reported it just based off of the fact that you found out that we were streaming.
Basically, I saw that what you were doing, and I find that you are who you are, and mostly what you do when you are on Twitch simulcasting with him. I think that is wrong, and I was supposing you did defamation like you usually do.
So you just assumed that there was some terms of service violation that you did not witness, and so you flagged it just based off of who we are.
Who you are was at least a factor in it, I would say. Most definitely, yes.
But you didn't observe anything that you actually flagged it for. You just assumed that something was going on and flagged it.
More or less because I was watching and doing something that I couldn't exactly get a broad picture of all the things you do. But you are who you are, and I would expect that you were defaming Phil. That's something I would expect out of you guys.
You expect. So, okay.
Yeah,
so
that's what you
didn't
should do.
hear.
You are
You did-
the tractor group.
Assumption.
Okay.
So you went on. Yeah. Okay.
So I just want to get this nice and clean. You went to our channel based off of you hearing from a friend of yours or
Not a friend of mine, a
rival-
psychopath you are a friend with.
a rival of yours.
A psychopath
you-
that lies about me that you are a friend with, I suppose.
Okay. A person a third party told you that we were streaming. So you went to our Twitch. You observed no
He
terms.
gave me the impression that you were defaming Phil. That's why I
Defending?
got this. Defaming him.
Defaming. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So you were told by a third party that there was some defamation going on our channel. You went
I
to
got
it.
the idea when he said it the way he did, yeah.
You went to it. You didn't observe any of that, but you still reported the channel.
Yeah, because I saw a picture of Phil that he had in his Twitch earlier, and I think that this is totally unfair use. You are defaming Phil, and you are simulcasting. You are the same time. that he does,
Simulcasting.
and-
We were not
Well-
casting. We were not rebroadcasting his stream. We were not. Just because we're streaming at the same time doesn't mean we're simulcasting.
Well, at least you were streaming at the same time then.
Is that not allowed?
When you are the SOK and you are who you are and you are using the material you were, I am pretty sure that's not fine.
Show me that.
Especially when
Twitch-
you, especially when your with crazy chat were coming in and disturbing us. And
Show
stuff.
me that in the Twitch terms of service that we're not allowed to stream at the same time as Phil.
That's not what I'm saying is wrong, though.
So what you're
I'm
saying is you just came up
that
with
was-
some
that
criteria.
was- Oh, come on, my friend.
What? This is what you said.
You're giving me loaded questions.
I'm not giving you loaded questions. I'm
You are
giving you.
saying that this and that. Well, I'm saying what I'm saying.
Okay. So I'm asking you. So what you did is you saw that we were streaming at the same time as Phil. You saw that we were talking about Phil, and so you.
What do you want to know? You're asking me these loaded questions. Just
So you
tell
struck
me
down the
what-
channel. Well, you could say no and correct me. It's
What?
not.
Yeah, but what? Then to go with this long ass question is really loaded. Just ask me a question and I will answer it.
I
for
am
you.
asking you the question.
Yeah, but you're asking like a snake.
I'm
fuck you.
presenting. I'm not. I'm presenting you my understanding and asking you if I'm correct.
So, Fred, you are saying that it's okay to talk to others in a way that this is like a very.
And see,
loaded
what I
question.
can do is I can
Sorry,
say
sorry.
no, and then I can clarify my point.
Well, just ask a simple question, and if you want something answered, I'm sorry, I'm a little bit tired now.
All right, let me ask you very.
really-
Okay, instead of just asking you all at once,
Because you're asking me very accusive, leading questions or,
Okay.
or loaded questions.
All right, let's do this very easily. Were you told by a person that we were streaming?
Is this you? I just answer that. Well, you know how this went on. What do you want to know, Fred? Don't go on. Like
Sorry,
this,
I'm
leading
just
questions.
trying to get a nice, clean sound clip so I can send this to Twitch. So we could prove that.
You're getting a nice, clean sound clip to send this to Twitch.
Yeah,
what do
just
you
so
want
that
to know then?
just so that they know that this was a fraudulent strike.
Fraud! You are a fraudster, you dick.
How am I? Okay, well, why? Well, you're a poopy head.
I
Why
don't
am I fraudulent? What are you talking about?
Well, you didn't say you were going to record me for some sound clip that you were going to use.
Well, we're live on
send
the
to
air, so
somebody else.
I thought that you were clear that this is recorded and being live brought. There's 1,000 people watching it right now.
I know. No, probably 200 under this 800 view bots, I would suppose.
Yeah, we definitely pay for these view bots on channels that we make no money off of.
You don't, but it's the same view bots that come and visit Phil, I'm pretty sure. There's view bots, people that I have seen that are both going after Phil to, I don't know, nefarious reasons, and they probably come in here as well to boost you a little bit.
Just an assumption by you, right?
No, I have actually talked to several
that's
people that
defamation.
know this.
That's annoying.
Defamation.
That's
yeah.
some defamation right
Legal
there. We should report you.
Yeah, you should probably do that.
Why
but who
are you coming on here and defaming us?
Please sue me for this, Fred. I really want to do that.
Why are you defaming us?
If you think so, I think you should sue me.
You don't think that that's a knowingly false claim meant to defame us and tarnish
No.
our good reputation that we use view bots?
Not you personally. I'm saying there are you view bots in use.
How do you know?
Because I have talked to these people that I've seen chat logs with these people that say they are view botting Phil and others in this to do this.
Okay, so if they're view botting Phil, they're view botting us?
Probably.
Okay, probably.
With
Say
the
again.
details, because we don't want that.
Yeah, dude, this is.
It'd be good if you could provide us.
Do you
with
think
the
Phil wanted this view bot either? Can we stop them? Have you got any tools to stop view botting?
I don't think view botting is occurring for us. I don't.
Yeah.
Well,
Nicole has
We'll
been
never
dying to
know.
say something, so let's give her a little bit of time. I'd like to approach this one at a time. So, if Nicole, if you want to,
I was just gonna say, wait, is my mic okay?
a little bit of crackling, if you could fix it.
Jesus Christ, hang on. There we go.
Perfect.
Good?
Perfect.
Okay. All I was gonna say is you have a fault in your argument. You say you reported them, which is fine, whatever. And you say it was because of defamation or fair use, but you weren't watching the stream. So how is that not fraudulent on your part?
what do you mean?
Because it's against terms of service on any streaming platform, actually, including YouTube and Twitch, to make false claims. Because fair use runs under copyright, so you're going against copyright law. And if you just admitted and you said you didn't know you were recording whatever, but this is live, so, like, why did you do it then?
Because
Because that's fraudulent.
you know who SoKast, they are more fraudulent than Phil will ever be.
Okay, but that's I'm asking you, don't you realize what you did was fraudulent?
Of course it wasn't fraudulent,
Okay, but why?
because I know the concept of the SOK.
Yes, but you reported one stream. And he asked you before what in that stream was defamation or against fair use, and you couldn't provide anything. And just because you know the SOK, or rather just because you have an opinion or a perception of them, doesn't mean that you're right.
What
And
is
it
your
doesn't mean
perception
that
of
they
them
should-
then? What do you think the SOK is?
Okay, they're a podcast, and that's all that needs to be said about that. And
Is
they're
all that
allowed
needs to
to
be said
have their
about that?
views. You are deflecting the question here.
I don't even know who you are. You are screaming.
That's
and-
great you don't know who I am. I didn't know who you are. That's not what we're asking each other. This isn't a buddy-buddy conversation. I'm just asking you, do you realize what you did was fraudulent?
No, you dumb bitch! It wasn't fraudulent.
Why?
Excuse me, no, I will not
It's
accept
fine.
that. Nicole
No,
is
I'm
also
fine.
a guest here. We said at the beginning of this Vita, we will remain respectful.
Don't
Please,
say I'm doing fraudulent
Pay
things
us.
then.
please
Okay,
pay us
but
the same courtesy and
if
do not
you-
stoop to those sorts of insults. Thank
Sorry.
you.
If you don't think that it was fraudulent, I'm asking you why.
Because I was doing something in good faith when I know what these guys are doing. They are organization.
All right, good faith is one thing, but that doesn't make it not against the terms of service, is what I'm trying to tell you. And when this whole podcast, if you were watching, was that he has false claims and false copyright and everything around that. But then to do that to the other party and then say that wasn't fraudulent, it just loses your argument altogether. Don't you realize that?
Listen, Nicole, that was one of the factors that I did do this on the basis of. The other was that their community, there were coming people in, and we get very much trolls where I am all the time, right? But this was unusual amount of people that we had to ban because they were directly referencing this podcast, as you call it.
Okay, so genuinely I'm asking you, do you have any proof of these comments of people saying, yes, we specifically came because of this podcast?
What do you mean?
I did watch the stream, so I actually don't know. So I'm asking you, do you have proof, or was that attached to the Twitch report or anything like that?
I didn't. This question I cannot understand.
Did you include that in the report?
Yeah, so to my understanding, you said that your report was more than just defamation, yes? So it was also about people going to Phil's stream, or what people were saying in their stream?
Listen, I do not remember exactly what I put down in the report, but I was, what I did was I put thing in good faith because I know what these guys are doing.
And what's that?
You don't know, so I tell you what they're doing?
Yes, yeah, I'm asking, I'm not being sarcastic. I mean, what is that? To you, what is it that they're doing?
You know who Darkside Phil is? Do you know the streamer?
I'm aware, yes.
Yeah. He has been streaming and making YouTube videos for quite a while now.
Mm-hmm.
And the SOK is like I don't know how you could describe it, a hater group or people that feel
we'll call it a podcast. To be unbiased, just say podcast.
Podcast then, yeah. Podcast that direct a lot of the things they feel are wrong with Phil, and they're only talking about Phil all the time, and they are more obsessed with Phil in general than his fans are, and it's really bothering him and other people in the people that are friendly to Phil community. It's feel like there's some sort of negative force, if you will.
Okay, but what gives him the right, or his audience, or you, to take away their platform then? Because what makes Phil so special that he can't have critics is what I'm saying. Because there are YouTubers everywhere who are criticized, who have full-on dedicated hate videos, and it's nothing in comparison to what this is. So what makes it different?
What do you mean, what makes a difference?
Why can't he have critics?
He can have critics. I've never said that he couldn't have critics.
No, okay, well, I guess we're good then.
Okay, yeah, you can continue.
No, that's it. I mean, I was just kind of being sarcastic, but yeah, I guess we're good then, Vider. He can have critics. Okay, cool, then we should exist as we are.
Yeah, I didn't say he could have defamation on haters, Fred.
But you didn't give any examples of defamation, though. Haters is a loose
if
term.
you want me to find out, I can probably find that, but you should know, Fred, that you can make a good argument and ask questions in a very leading way, and you are very good at this. But listen to me. What you're doing is you're never going to be on the right side of history in this, because you are something that heavily and solely depend on Phil for your entire existence, right?
So then we wouldn't want him gone, would we?
No, that's right. You're like the Ouroboros or whatever. That's like constantly eating your tail.
So then how are we damaging him if we want him to stay around for us, for our benefit?
Because I've heard that you actually want him out of the picture.
You heard this?
Yeah, I heard this.
Where did you hear this?
Well, I've spoken to I can't. Many people have said that, especially you and other people have said that we just want Phil gone. We would just want him out of this business and way somewhere else. And that would be a great success, and then you have succeeded, right?
But I thought we need him to exist.
Yeah, but then you are probably happy with not existing. I don't know.
So you don't make any sense. You don't make any sense.
No, don't make any sense either, right? It's like it's okay. It doesn't make any sense for me. It's
That's okay. It's a group that finds humor in Phil, so we do some parodies, some funny stuff, some videos, some reactions to him doing bad at video games, and then when he makes vlogs that are, you know, sort of all over the place, we criticize the vlogs. We try to give our take on what's actually going on, and then we
And
get
the laugh
very
is misery, and you do
and then
much
hold
other
on,
things.
and then we get very knowledgeable people like Nicole here who can educate us on what actually goes on behind the scenes with YouTube. You see, I don't know if you know this, but we've made an effort to try to connect with people and to try to educate ourselves on what's actually going on, so that we aren't just wildly speculating as to what actually goes on.
Don't. Yeah, well, you are still who you are, Fred. It's you. I am who I am, and you are who you are. And in the end, I am just a fanboy to somebody who streams games on the internet, and you don't like him, and you want to destroy what he's doing.
So you're saying that we want to destroy what he's doing, but we also need him to exist.
Exactly. It doesn't make any sense.
You're right. Your theory makes no sense.
No, but neither do your whole thing here. It's awful. I don't understand this at all.
There's a lot of people that enjoy it. We enjoy it, and we're not hurting anybody.
I think it's a mixed bag, actually, because I will be honest and say that I'm not totally against and hate everything you do, but it's sometimes that I feel that you are way too obsessive and you break the, how you say, good conduct line or whatever.
I don't see it at all, and I think that your report that you did was fraudulent.
Was totally right. Was
totally right because you don't like us.
Because you are a troll group that are constantly trolling Phil, and you're a disturbance to the community, and you were very good that they shut you down. I think that was the best thing they could do to like.
Why does us being shut down on Twitch matter so much to you? I mean, we're on SmashCast now, and we've been on SmashCast several times while Phil has been on Twitch. Why is it so important for you to get us off of Twitch?
Especially important for me to get you off of Twitch, in my opinion, is because this is where Phil has his platform, and this is where he makes his money.
Ooh, I just got you to admit that you really wanted to get us off Twitch. You know that, right?
Yeah, does that matter? I don't think that is something wrong.
Yeah, it's also going to, that clip's also going to Twitch. Like, that you have an agenda to get us off of Twitch because you don't like us?
I have no agenda of getting off of Twitch.
So she just said. You said, I really want to get you off
When did I say I had an agenda?
That's what you literally just said. You literally just said, I really want to get you. It was important for me to get you off of Twitch.
Yeah, well, what you meant to that was that I thought you meant to that was that I thought it was...
Stop doing this to
I
yourself.
want to get off of Twitch.
This is my theory, okay? Do you want me to know... You want to know my theory?
But you are so snake. You're like this fucking...
I'm
snake.
Clever. I'm very clever. And you just...
Clever snake. Clever, despicable snake.
It's despicable. What I'm doing is so despicable right now. Okay, so...
Leading questions on the
here's what I think. I'm not asking a question. I'm about to tell you what I think. All right? Here's what I think. I think that because Phil's in such bad shape, you are in full force. That you gotta try to defend.
No, you can't do this. You can't do this.
This is me telling you what I think. You can disagree. Just let me get off my thought, and if you disagree with it, you can. I'm just giving you my thoughts. I think...
You're not asking me a question now.
I'm not asking you a question.
Okay, fine.
You can disagree with my statement. I think that you see that Phil's in bad shape right now. You think that he's maybe nearing the end. And so you're in full force. You know what? I got to get back. We got to do whatever we can. I got to give him hundreds of dollars. I got to buy him that Nintendo Switch. I got to do this, that, and the other. And one of those things for you was, oh man, instead of watching Phil, they're going over to Twitch and watching something that's related to Phil but not exactly competing with Phil. I need to get rid of them to help Phil the most I possibly can and get him through this rough patch.
Excuse me, are you role-playing me at the moment?
No, that's what I think you're up to.
Yeah, but it sounds like you're role-playing me. Am I misunderstanding you?
It's kind of fun, yeah. I guess it was kind of fun. If I was, you know what? I've been meaning to do this. Can I do my impression of you to you, and then I'll really role-play you?
Of course.
Well, I was thinking I'll flag channel and then they'll not compete with Phil, and there'll be much benefit for the Phil. How was
That's
that?
more like it. That's probably...
Not bad, right?
That's not bad.
I've been working on it. That's what I think. What do you think, Vider?
Well, Fred,
That's what I sound like? Oh my god. Hey, do an impression of me.
That's what I sound like.
I sound like a
Well,
redneck.
I'm Fred.
Okay.
I'm thinking you have some nefarious reasons for shutting me down. Ah.
Wow. I did not know it sounded like that. That's pretty good. Continue with that. So answer back my question. So do you, or my thought that I proposed to you, do you think that this is what's actually going on? That you're acting in defense of Phil? You see the end is near, and so you want to try to do as much as you can in desperation moves to make sure that we dang dirty detractors don't get the last laugh? Is that what you feel?
No, not exactly. I just think that to be honest, I was more before all this happened that I ever found Phil. I was more a troll-ish person, you can say.
Mm-hmm.
But when I saw and I found Phil in the way that you are seeing.
You found Phil through detractors, right?
Right, and then I was thinking, this is an interesting person. And then I started watching him, and I was thinking, this is maybe. I thought he would be more action watching Phil, like a live stream and stuff.
I'm not asking for your whole story. I'm just asking if your current conduct is out of trying to desperation help him.
I'm not desperately trying to help him. The only thing I'm saying is that I found Phil in the way that you are watching him, and I realized soon that much of what was going on, especially with the detractors and the people that are hating him, that they are exaggerating and being a really negative force, and they're they're not the right part in this, and I sort of had to find another way to approach this, because I feel that Phil needed the help, and I wanted to help him rather than help tearing him down.
That's awesome. So if it wasn't for detractors, Phil would have never had you in his life, giving him hundreds of dollars, Nintendo Switches, and all that other good stuff, huh?
I have never given him a Switch, though. I don't know where I get this from.
I wanted to get you to admit that. Okay, that's fine. That was my snake-like maneuver there. But if it wasn't for detractors, you would have never stumbled into Phil's life and began funding his life. I mean, he would be without you had it not been for detractors. Isn't that a benefit to Phil?
Well, if you hadn't been as bad as you had been, that's true. That it sort of benefited him that I hadn't found him without detractors, but I wouldn't agree that they're sort of responsible for me other than to work against them.
But the detractors, we pointed you in his direction, and there he is, the man that you must save, make his life better. You need to sugar daddy that motherfucker, and you did. And look where you are now, and look where he is now. He's doing so well. Because
they had it was a very good day for Phil today, I think.
Very good day for Phil.
Yeah.
So what do you think? How would it make you feel, Vider? Let me ask you one more question. If anybody else has any other questions for Vider before we get out of here on this 7-hour podcast, I will let them have the rest of the time. My last question for you, Vider. Is Phil so Phil's not responsible for you coming and striking our channel, right? I mean, you've made that clear, right? You don't believe that Phil would be responsible for your actions, right?
He was not responsible for shutting your channel down at all.
Good. Okay. So then that means that we're not responsible for people in our audience going over to his channel, because Phil didn't do anything to stop you from reporting our channel, did he? I mean, he saw that in his chat. He didn't moderate that, did he?
What do you mean, saw that in his chat? Were you there?
No, I have screen caps of you guys in the chat talking about flagging us and celebrating it and stuff like that, and he didn't moderate that.
When was this on? I know we didn't moderate that. I tried to stop the discussion because I didn't want any discussion about SoK at all.
But Phil didn't moderate it, right? He didn't prevent you guys from doing it, right?
Well, we started to shut the discussion down after a while, and we started to kick and ban people when they were talking about this, because we had enough of it. We weren't celebrating more or less.
You weren't?
I wasn't celebrating. I was just thinking justice had been served.
Oh, because I got a screen cap right here of you saying thanks, that you appreciate us getting flagged.
Yeah, of course I did, because
so that seems like a little bit of a celebration, no?
To appreciate something?
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate you flagging them. That seems like
Yeah, of course. Is that a celebration, though?
here. There's the cap of that.
Yeah, I'm not think that that's just a thanks. I appreciate it. It's like, yeah.
Look at everybody celebrate. Laugh my ass off. LOL. Good riddance.
Is any of them me?
You're at the bottom saying thanks. I appreciate it for somebody
Yeah.
flagging. So,
Yeah.
but Phil's not responsible for that, right? That happened in his chat. He didn't moderate it, but he's not
Not that
responsible.
once, because this was something that happened, and we usually take when people are talking SSV of this. Okay, we are of course moderating it. We don't want that.
Okay, so the SOK is responsible though if people from our audience go over to his chat.
When it was a lot of how you say advertisement in our stream chat. We had to ban many people that were coming over and disrupting our stream more than usual. At a vast amount more than what is normal.
Were we telling them to go over there?
I don't know. I assume you did.
Oh, I see another assumption. So you just assume that.
Well, people are coming and screaming and come and look at our SOK podcast. Well, where are they coming from and why are they doing it? I don't know. I assume it was from you guys, right? There's not any other SOK cast going on, I think.
The word assume is coming up a lot.
Yeah, a lot of assume. So you just assume we sent people over there. Even though that's not really conducive to our show, well, why would we want people to go over there instead of watch us and hang out with us? Doesn't make any sense.
I'm saying I'm assuming things because I cannot say 100% that I know it, but it's a very strong assumption.
Okay, here's my last question.
There it
Okay, and I don't know how you're going to interpret this, but I'm just trying to be realistic and to
Not a leading question though. Just ask what you want to know.
Okay. If somebody tried to mess with Phil in retaliation for what you guys did, and Phil ended up being the loser because of it, if Phil ended up losing his YouTube channel because somebody went and did another strike or something in retaliation for you guys flagging down our Twitch, would you feel like it was worth it, or would you feel responsible?
Excuse me, can I repeat that question?
Sure. If somebody from whatever got upset and saw this happen,
Who is whatever?
what's that?
Somebody from whatever? Or who is
The
whatever?
community, whatever you want to call it. You've been calling it all sorts of
What
things.
community?
The Phil Detractor community.
Yes, okay.
No, the Phil Detractor community.
It's not that's okay.
The Phil wide the wide world of people that dislike Phil and have the internet.
Okay, that's okay then.
No, the wide
No.
world of people that have the internet and dislike Phil. If somebody were to see that this happened, they said, "Man, well, fuck that. Phil got them shut down." If they were under the wrong impression or something like that, and they said, "Let's get Phil in response," and Phil got a fourth strike or something, would you feel responsible, and would you feel that it was, a good thing at the end of the day to do that?
If the SOK would do something like that, I think that would just reflect badly on them because they are the one in the wrong anyways.
Now, I see what you're trying to do here. What I'm saying is that if some random person in the detractor community.
Yeah, but this is SOK cast you're talking about. Why should somebody who doesn't care about the SOK do this for them?
So it's the SOK community. There's a lot of people from outside the SOK community that watch the thing. I mean,
I think they have to retaliate for you guys or something, because I have heard a lot about the outside of the fringe that doesn't feel that some of you actually hate you guys.
okay. So that's good. That supports my argument. Yeah, there's a wide world of detractors out there that aren't just SOK. The SOK is a Skype group of a handful of people. Well, more, but
It was about 15.
yeah.
All right.
So I don't think you understand my question. Do you get what I'm getting at, or?
Oh yeah, still asking the same question. I say if somebody from the SOK or the community around it is going to after Phil to retaliate against him, I suppose I wouldn't feel guilty at all. That's in your nature, and you probably would have done it anyways.
That we would have done it? We've never attacked any
the
of Phil's
SOK
stuff.
Oh, sorry, the people in the fringe and around the SOK that are following you.
Yeah, but there's a ton of communities that aren't SOK. You know that, right?
Yeah, but they don't care about you guys. They don't want to do shit because of a thing, I suppose.
Who knows? I'm just saying.
think
I'm
you're
just putting it
avoiding
out there
the question.
hypothetically that, like, if Phil ended up losing out because of this, right? If people said, "Oh, look at Phil attacking a detractor channel Let's go get him.
Are you encouraging this right now, or what is your problem?
No, I don't think you're good with English, right? I feel like it's fair to speak to you in English, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like I'm communicating this as best I can. If Phil ends up getting screwed over because of this by random watchers, random observers, you think that this is okay, that this was a worthwhile venture?
It's like, how you say, you are, just make clear you don't want this to happen, right? You do not want any retaliation. Just make that very clear, Fred, right?
No, I don't care either way.
I don't want any retaliation. I don't.
Very good, very good. If they would do that, I would not feel any guilty at all, because I feel that if they want to make an injustice, two injustices instead of one, that's fine. That's their problem. Then they are breaking the law. I'm not responsible for that.
Breaking the law to report his Twitch or his YouTube?
False copyright strike is in fact like, how you say, when it's not real, it's perjury, isn't it?
I don't know.
Yeah, it is actually, because if you are pretending to be a company and then are not the company and start to claim copyright in the name of the company, it's perjury, whatever.
Okay. All right. Well, that's all I have. If anyone else has anything else before Vider goes and before we check out the second video, that's all I have for the man.
Well,
I
anyways,
do have something that I'd like to present.
Sure.
You are under the assumption that we, the Sons of Kojima, need Phil for sustenance for video content.
do you not agree with that?
Well, we created videos last month that are contrary to that exact stance.
Yeah, we did E3 coverage. It was pretty good.
We actually covered all of the E3 conferences.
Yeah.
We put together our own thoughts. We live reacted to all the presentations. And if you look at the YouTube comments...
Incredibly good, guys. I think that's a step in the right direction. Then you just got 99% left.
Yes.
We have done similar things in the past. We have done Jackbox streams. We have done.
I have seen those two actually.
Streams.
But you know what I'm talking about. It's just like it's not like a 100% fill all the time, but it's mostly what you're covering is, right?
But these videos have gained thousands of views, and E3 is a very popular event. Many people who watch videos will go
I know what
to...
E3 is, and I think
Yes.
most people do. Don't have to explain that.
But that's not the point I'm making. The point I'm making is that an average viewer will go to various other sources, channels, third-party teams, their favorite YouTubers, to get their impressions of E3. If they come to us, surely there must be something that keeps us around, even if we're not necessarily talking about Phil. That is what I am saying.
Yeah, I think you're probably having a great community other than you should find something else to do than to hate on Phil. And if you weren't doing that, I wouldn't have a problem with it. I think if you were just putting away the Phil stuff and stop caring about him, I would probably just support you as any other SoK supporter.
Yes.
All right. And
I should hope that time comes indeed. Once again, it's very nice to meet you.
Yeah, I hope you. Thank you, Radran. Well, guys, thanks for having me on, and you were at least civil, and I hope you start to moderate your community a little bit and dissuade bad, and don't say that they should become or commit perjury in your name.
And I hope you solve your rage issues, yelling and screaming at people. I
usually do when I'm not have been awake for this long time, you know.
And I hope that you're able to, I mean, when Phil is gone, I don't know what you're going to do with all your money. I don't know what you're going to do with your time. But, So
you're saying I'm not doing anything else, Fred?
I don't know. I don't know where. You
I
must
have
have
a job.
Actually,
And
I'm very sorry, Fred. There is one thing that I would like from you, Vider. From your outbursts, I believe that you owe Nicole a proper apology.
I was going to do that. Fuck her. I was going to say hopefully he learns how to talk to women. But all right, Rad, you could be the knight in shining armor. Brightside, do you have something you'd like to say to Nicole?
No, I'm a misogynist. I hate women.
All right, cool.
I'm just kidding.
Well,
I'm
that
just
is
kidding.
At least
good
you're
to know.
honest.
But I still don't take it seriously. Well, if she apologized to me for saying that I'm a fraud, I will most definitely apologize for calling her a bitch. That's no problem.
She did not stoop to personal insults. She is also
Called me a
against my
fraud.
podcast right now.
Hello, I'm still here. I said what you did was fraudulent. I didn't say
Crackling.
you were a fraud.
Robot.
Oh, well, are you sorry for calling me a fraud then?
No, because I didn't call you a fraud.
Well, I think you did, but okay.
She described her opinion that your actions.
Well, let's
were
just fuck
fraudulent.
this. I don't want to drag this more on. Sorry, Nicole. Okay?
Yeah, that's fine by me. I don't know if you just said be right back though.
Okay, bye-bye.
Okay. All right. Well, that's Brightside Viking, ladies and gentlemen. Admitting on record that he filed false claims against.
I
our...
did not admit that I saw
There
my
he
false.
is. There he
Stop
is.
it. They can't do it.
All right. Well, I thought you were leaving. We're supposed to talk shit about you when you leave.
Okay, but I will leave and I can talk shit about me. I didn't do anything
Spoilers.
false or fraud or anything. Goodbye,
All right.
Fred. I love you very much.
Mwah.
That was unnecessary.
All right. So there's
I'll just say
Brightside
it,
Viking,
then.
ladies and gentlemen, who has agreed, who has admitted on record that he fraudulently reported our channel, which this evidence will be sent to Twitch. And I mean, it's not really that big a deal. Like if we get the Twitch back, who cares? We're here on SmashCast, 1,100 people, and that ended up well. So yeah, I mean,
That was a thing.
that was an interesting thing.
That was fun.
That literally gave us a 7-hour podcast now because we didn't even get
Oh,
through the second fucking part of the video, the second video.
do we even try now?
That was an extra hour
Yeah,
right there.
yeah. So,
I never even accused someone else so much by calling them a fraud when I said they were fraudulent.
you've got the robo voice again.
Robo.
We should come up with like a word.
You're a,
We should come up with like a word for it, you know, like
Nicole, you're our favorite robot, though.
yeah.
Yeah,
Robo Nicole.
best robot.
Yeah.
Robocall, yeah.
But that was very good. I think that was. I hope that was entertaining for people. It's very hard to debate the man because I don't know. I can't explain it, but all right.
So
So
evasive.
what I wanted from him was for him to admit that his reporting of the channel was baseless, and I got what I wanted. So I'll be following up with Twitch about that. And again, like, you know, Twitch, no Twitch, who cares? The only thing that was nice
It's the
about Twitch,
principle.
yeah, I guess, but the only thing that was nice about Twitch that I appreciated was the ability to change the resolution and bitrate. That was nice. But I mean, you know, I don't know. We'll figure something out. I mean, we only did like a handful of streams on the channel, so we have an audience that'll follow us because they actually care about what we do. So we very much appreciate that, and all right, we'll continue on. Should we finish up this video? What should we do? What do we do now? I don't know how long we've been.
Oh,
live.
that's right. We had a video.
I don't know how long
Yep.
we've been doing this at all. I don't
Oh,
fucking know.
Believe it or not,
Derailed
this is
thing.
4 hours.
Nicole, how are you doing? You okay?
Oh,
You
yeah,
doing
yeah.
all right?
It's only like 6 p.m. here. I'm all good.
Oh yeah, that's right. Australia time. All right. Well,
it just felt like a day and night pass.
Yeah. well, I don't know. I guess we'll give. I guess that was the longest fucking aside ever. But all right. I guess we'll get back to the video real quick. We'll finish this up and then we'll give our final thoughts like Jerry Springer does. Rad,
Yes.
I hate you because you left.
That's right. We had to give Rad a Bollican.
Yeah. And
Commence Bollican.
yeah, we'd like your signed doctor's note as to what happened to you.
Internet troubles.
Internet troubles. Do you still have the watch together?
Yes.
Ah. Do you...
And I have the play button for when you need it.
All right. Well, I need to reopen the old one. Then we're leaving the new one, and we got to go back to the old one. Can you relink it, please?
Yes.
Yeah. What a night, huh?
Oh, what a night.
Apparently, I was showing my Discord on screen. That's a no-no. I have to edit that shit out.
That's a paddling.
That's a paddling. That's no good.
Show him the Discord.
Everyone
Oh,
slid in my
everybody
fucking
that's
DMs. That's terrible.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus.
Okay.
Good thing I didn't show the naughty ones.
You wouldn't believe what's in Fred's naughty.
Okay.
All right, now I think I need to sound check it again. Yeah, my DMs are called the Sex Cauldron. So, we were at
They
like
shut that place down, Fred.
nope. I think we were at like 3:30ish or 3:13 or something.
Right now, we're looking at exactly
3:32.
3:32.
Yes.
Go ahead and play it.
Yep.
Use the play button.
Just get a refresh real quick because I lost internet, so I lost Watch Together. So just a small little adjustment on my side.
All right. And hopefully, fingers crossed, what happens is someone at Rockstar reads this and is like, what the hell? This doesn't sound right. Looks into it and says, these aren't legit. This isn't us. And hopefully they'll contact YouTube, or YouTube will contact them, or Curse will get involved in between. And hopefully these will be removed. Because if not, I have to wait 2 weeks for these false strikes to basically be cleared up, which is bullshit. And then I'd be relying on Atlas, who still has 4 business days left to respond to their erroneous copyright strike against DSP Gaming, to basically clear that up. Now, I actually contacted Atlas as well. I said, hey, Atlas, now this has nothing to do with you, but I got 2 false strikes against DSP Gaming, and because you never removed the first one, which you said yourself was in error, I'm now screwed and I can't upload to the channel anymore. What gives? And Atlas America PR responded immediately and said, listen, we are working on it. We were actually told by our parent company that they are working on it, and it's going to be removed. But because they are what they are, don't expect an immediate response. Okay? So, folks, the bottom line is this is complete and just real bullshit. All right? It's terrible. It seems to me that YouTube system is still broken.
A small aside, I love that
one
one of the fan arts is cut off so you can see him like slightly moving to the right side.
I cannot upload videos to DSP Gaming right now. So, for the next several days until we start getting more information, all right, I am going to be streaming. All right, I can't upload to YouTube, but I will be streaming. I will be streaming Dark Souls 2 in particular. Maybe come Monday or Tuesday, I'll mix it up with variety and do something else. But for now, people are showing up
you can still see him
the
moving.
Dark Souls 2 streams. People are being very supportive during the Dark Souls 2 streams. Meaning you guys are cheering, you're subbing, you're tipping, you're loving the interaction I'm doing with you during this playthrough. So I have to do what works, okay? Now, some people are saying, but Phil, what's going to happen now if this really was a false claim? What's to stop this from happening again? I don't know. Nothing. You tell me why, the false claims that I was getting against me stopped for so long and now all of a sudden they work again? I have no idea. All right? I have no idea. It seems like anyone could just do whatever the fuck they want. It's the Wild West still, and YouTube still has not fixed things, which is a joke. All right? So we'll see what happens, but it sucks right now that I can't upload to YouTube. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep playing on here on Twitch every day, and I'm going to leave these streams archived on Twitch. So if you just happen to miss out on the stream, you can at least watch it as an archive for now. I can't promise those are going to stay up forever, especially if YouTube gets fixed. Then I have to start uploading over there again to make that money. I mean, I have to pay my bills. So that's the situation for now. All right, everybody? That is the situation for now. What do I need from you? I could really use your support. I could use you spreading the word about this bullshit that's going on. False copyright strikes again.
White knighting.
And if you could come out for the streams.
If you could report the SoK Twitch.
Tip,
Damn it, you baby
channel,
Fred.
Teespring, Patreon, whatever you can do Because right now, definitively, if DSP Gaming gets shut down, which it could happen, I'm screwed. I can't pay my bills anymore. And here's the thing, everyone.
I can't pay for my games
If
anymore.
I could, I would love to be a full-time Twitch streamer. I know that there's still thousands of people who follow me on YouTube who would be very disappointed if that happened. All right. But the bottom line is, it seems like every possible fucking thing, all right, is pushing towards me just doing this full time. All right? You know what I mean? Like, it seems like this is the future. Me being on stream, me interacting with you guys, me having fun playing games, is the future of doing this. It doesn't seem like YouTube is viable at all anymore because there's just no protections. There's terrible ad revenue. Everything is bad. But in order for me to do this as full time, you know, I basically need to keep growing. And I have been. If you haven't noticed, I'm getting tons more followers now than I have in the past. More people are showing up for the streams. More people are, like I said, participating with cheers and subs and tips and everything than ever before. So I'm growing here on Twitch a pretty decent amount, and I'm very happy with that. But I need to keep it up. So whatever you can do, right? Thank you. All right? Yes, and Stuart, well, first of all, Stuart tipped me $2 and says, the trolls knocked you down before, but you always get up fighting. This time will be no different. Hey, man, I hope so. I hope that this gets cleared up. Because if I get shut off on YouTube and I can't do gameplay on YouTube anymore, obviously that's a medium I've used for over 7 years, and I'd be very sad if that happened. But at the same time, I realize I have a dedicated group of people who watch me on there and can't make live streams, or for whatever reason they can't do the streaming thing, and that would hurt me to not be able to have that relationship or that you know, interaction, or even that just being able to put out entertaining content for them anymore because of YouTube sucks. I don't know what else to say. It seems YouTube's copyright system is still broken. Okay. Now, you might say, but Phil, I thought you were playing Danganronpa 2 tonight. Folks, it's this simple. I can't. I have to play games that are going to make people come out and watch and participate. I have to right now because very shortly I'll be maybe making $0 on YouTube ever again. So I have to keep doing things on stream that are going to keep me afloat. Now, it doesn't mean that Danganronpa 2 is never going to happen. It just means there's no possible fucking way I could play it right now. It's just, I can't. All right? I just cannot. All right? Shout out to Vera, who did a 105-bit cheer. She says, or he or she says, I came out for the stream this time, but my connection's very bad, so I probably can't watch the stream tonight, but I hope things get better. Well, if you can't watch the stream, like I said, I will be leaving this archived here on the Twitch channel, so you should be able to watch it afterward at least, if you want to. Okay? Shout out to Ratchafan, who I believe actually left me 2 tips. Yeah, earlier he left me a $5 tip, and he said, I just watched the video about the Rockstar strikes, and, you know, I love your content, I'll always be a fan. And then he says here, you'll rise above this, Phil, you always have in the past. Yeah, I hope so. This, I mean, the worst part is, again, how many years have I done YouTube? Since 2008. Almost 10 years. And you're telling me in 10 years there's still no protections for a content creator. Anyone can just impersonate anyone else and get actual copyright strikes applied to the channel. Now, here's the thing. It would be one thing if the strikes applied, but then you could just get them cleared up and there were no repercussions.
There's like nothing to say.
Telling me I can't upload videos.
By the way, $70
donation.
donation.
Because of false shit.
Yeah, I was going to say,
that's
he
not
made
right.
bank right now.
You know what I mean? That's not right at all. So, hopefully this does get cleared up. Wow. Thank you to Harmless Tiger, who just tipped me $70. Wow. Thank you, Harmless Tiger. I appreciate it.
That doesn't even sound
I really
sincere.
Do. And I know
No,
that
it doesn't,
a lot of
doesn't it?
people maybe tonight in the next few days are going to come out and be very supportive, and you can't do it all the time, but listen, whatever you can do, I very much appreciate it. This is fucking ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
It's something.
Sixth Moral did a 110-bit cheer and says, if the worst...
Okay.
$300.
$300. Let's talk about that.
I can't read this. Hope this gets cleared soon. Hope this helps.
Okay, things like that hurt Phil. This is exactly what I was talking about a couple of months ago when I said that his Twitch stream was encouraging this behavior by allowing Phil to continue this streaming thing, this gaming thing, and keep him further out of a real job. This is encouraging that behavior and telling them that he's doing something right with his work.
Yeah.
The visual evidence is clear as day.
That's visual aids.
It is positive reinforcement for the wrong things.
It's so
He talks
bad.
about positive reinforcement without actually understanding what the concept is, I think.
That's so bad.
But he is being given this sort of reinforcement that it's okay.
$300. The king.
Yeah. How does he improve when this will get him freaking bank in, 18 minutes?
Yeah, I don't know what the total was after everything was said and done. Both Dragon Killer and Eddie are here. Maybe they'll help us out. But Eddie says he's going to scan for tips right now. Awesome, thank you. We appreciate that.
You do the Lord's work.
Yes. So we might have a total at some point. No, maybe not tonight, but at some point we'll have a total. I would venture to guess he got about $1,000 off all this shit. I mean, but $300. Let's hear how Phil reacts to it. Is there anything else we want to say about the $300 tip before we move on?
It's unbelievable.
Let's see how Phil responds to a $300 tip.
Worse, and I can't. If my YouTube channel basically does get shut down, if DSP Gaming gets shut down, am I definitely scrapping the Danganronpa 2 playthrough? Well, let me put it this way. Maybe what I'll do is I'll put it on the shelf temporarily. Alright, but maybe what I'll do is I'll bring it back if and when I see that things are going well on Twitch and I'm making enough to support myself just on Twitch. Then I say, okay, let's bring it back because I'm making enough, so now we can have maybe a stream here or there where there's no real interaction and no one's really cheering it or whatever, right? Just being real here, it's a non-interactive game to prevent spoilers, so...
Can you pause
Yeah,
that
go ahead and
really
pause it real quick.
quickly?
What you got?
Did he just thank a $300 donation by saying, if you donate more, I'll bring back a series I assume everybody wants on his channel?
I don't think he acknowledged it yet. Usually he's going to take time out. He's probably going to be like, oh, this person don't... He usually acknowledges every tip that makes it on screen. And so I don't think he's acknowledged it yet.
But how is he going to... Is the series he's talking about his most popular?
No, the series he's talking about... Oh, you're going to love this
Got
one.
an extra layer. Yeah, we might do this at the end because it's got an extra layer of...
Yeah. The series that he's talking about is one that was chosen by his patrons. He has a Patreon that he asked for $1,250. Those people are able $5
Wait, is it still
more.
up?
Yes, his Patreon. You can see
yes.
the slash right
He
there.
got paid $1,250 to play this game that he is told that he has just decided to suspend until he feels the time is right.
Yeah, so the point of his Patreon was so that he wouldn't have to be at the mercy of views and ad revenue and all that stuff, and it would free him to play games he wouldn't. So this was a game that his patrons, $5 or more, were able to nominate and then vote for. So it was a long process. They had to fucking really, work hard to get this done. So he starts playing it. He realizes that it's not getting very good views. It's not getting good Twitch views. It's not getting good participation because he turns the donation notifications off on screen so that people don't specifically spoil it. And so he realizes that this video game Danganronpa 2 is not getting him very good donations on Twitch. It's not very profitable. And so despite the fact that he got paid $1,250 to play it, the idea being that $1,250 is paying for the playthrough and everything else be damned, he's saying, nope, I'm cutting it off because it's not profitable enough and I need to focus on what's going to earn me money.
Even though it did earn him money. But okay,
Yes.
You can continue while I look at his Patreon.
He's already banked that money, remember?
Yeah.
That's already hit his pocket.
It's
so,
in pocket.
Yeah. Therefore,
Usually by about a month and a half. There's usually about a month and a half delay between the the check clearing and him actually coming through on the reward. But please continue, Mr. Red.
It's not gonna be a stream popular game. It just never is going to be. I want to play Danganronpa. Alright? I want to play it. But I can't play it immediately because of what's going on, and I hope that the patrons, I hope everyone understands the situation. I'm not giving up on it, and eventually I promise you I will play it.
You promise. Okay? See? Here's where he's probably gonna react.
Alright, thank you to... Holy shit. Alright. Thank you to The King. I don't know who you are, but someone named The King just tipped me $300 and said, hope this gets cleared up soon and hope this helps. I mean, yeah. Obviously, that is going to help tremendously. So thank you very much.
I can put that towards pre-orders.
Very, 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 very much.
Wow.
Thank you to everyone here who's out here supporting me. I really appreciate it, man. Thank you to Althani343 who just subscribed to the channel for the 4th month in a row. Thank you to Leo Kira997 who tipped me $1 and says, I'm here to support you. Fuck any detractors. How dare they do this to you? Shout out to Estigal Fire who did a 300-bit cheer and said Dark Souls. And thank you to Rapture Fan who just tipped me $30 and said, here you go, Phil. I'm feeling generous. Wow.
Wow.
Well, at least you guys and gals are
Thank you very, 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 very much.
You're obviously...
You're vast.
You obviously realize the gravity of this situation, and you're making me feel great. So thank you for that.
You're making me feel
and,
great.
You know what? And not just that it's
money makes me feel great.
Money, but the fact that people
immediately
came out and started sending emails with the information I needed to contact Rockstar. You guys found it immediately, and I was able to contact 3 different people at Rockstar. Right?
I was able to pester 3 people in one day. Thank you.
And by the way, thank you to everyone who has supported me ever since, March, when all this shit started going down with YouTube falling apart with the ad revenue fiasco in February. And of course, thanks to any of you who are newcomers, newer fans, thanks to any of you who are longtime fans. I love doing this. I don't want to stop. I want to do this as long as I possibly can. I know it's not going to last forever, but I don't see why it has to end now because of false bullshit. This is horseshit, and we are gonna fucking overcome
as
one way or another,
to,
folks.
Genuine.
By hook or by
genuine
crook.
bullshit.
Whether I get it,
by hook or by crook. Specifically the crook part.
Yeah.
Whether I can't and I have to go in head first, full on, more streaming and stuff here on Twitch. Whatever it needs to be, I'm not fucking going anywhere. I'm not letting these fucking toxic, disgusting, negative people take me down. I refuse.
I'll take myself down just fine.
How about that?
How about that?
Also, shout out to a delicious bowl of bran who just tipped me $5. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Quick pause.
Bowl of...
Can you hear the difference in his voice between the amounts of money? Like he's shouting out. You can almost hear. It sounds like disappointment compared to the $300 one. For tipping me $5.
Oh, thanks. Thank you.
Well, if someone gives you 50
you.
cents, you should be kissing their feet.
Yeah.
People go to work for this money. They go to work. They go to a job.
That's the best part.
And out of the kindness of their hearts, they give it to you.
Yeah.
You be goddamn thankful that they do.
Yeah. That is the best part. These people aren't just materializing this money based on them begging other people for it. A lot of these people are working.
It breaks me. I don't know. Okay.
Continue on.
Of bran. That is a hell of a name. Bowl of bran. All right, guess what, folks? As you guys know, I can control my schedule now. I'm a lot more flexible now than I used to be.
can control my
so
schedule.
what?
I'm not going to
think you're
stream
gonna like
games
this
that don't
news.
give me profit.
I'm
I
gonna
can
stream
control
for
my
2 hours,
schedule.
even though it's super late, and even though I'm tired. I'm feeling so good about you guys and gals being out here and supporting me here tonight. I'm gonna fucking play Dark Souls 2 for 2 more hours, even though it's super late. I'm playing anyway. I don't care. I'll stay up super late. I'll fucking, who cares? Let's do it.
Trooper.
Wow, 2 hours of Dark Souls.
Goodness gracious.
Let's do this.
And you didn't even have to
Let's
pledge
fucking
to his
do this shit.
Patreon for the bonus
Let's kick
hours.
this game's fucking ass.
Yeah.
Going after these ruined cells.
Yeah.
I'm coming for you.
Yeah. Let's have a wank
It's
about
fine.
it.
All right, I got more. Hold on, I got more shout outs. Oh my god.
Oh
Let
my
me get rid of
God.
this. Dude, I've got so many shout outs to give.
Oh, there he
People are being
is.
So generous
Oh,
tonight.
look how
Thank you,
happy he
everybody.
is.
Shout
Oh
out
my
to
God, you're so generous
Jeff
today,
Spartacus,
chat
who
room.
did a 100-bit cheer. Shout out to Crazed Carnivore, who did a 50-bit cheer and said that we will support you.
Oh.
Shout out to Sixth Moral, who did a 301-bit cheer. And he said, remember what Danganronpa 1 taught you? Never give in to despair. That is fucking right. I'm going to take down Akuma.
Another 30,
I'm going
wow.
to rip his fucking ass off and shove it down his fucking mouth. I'm coming for you. Thank you to the Patriarchy, who just did a 30-bit cheer. Or, excuse me, a $30 tip. I said the completely wrong thing. A $30 tip. He says, you can do it, dude. Keep fighting for what you love. Eagle Estigal Fire just did a 500-bit cheer. He says, let's go. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's fucking do it. Let's do this shit. I'm down. I'm ready.
Oh man, he's pumped.
It's getting cringy.
He's
hold
pumped
on,
to
let me-
play the
here's what
game, yeah, and he's not even loaded it up yet.
All right, let's
Shout
turn
out
the
to
shit off. That's
Crazed
enough.
Carnivore.
Yeah,
That's enough of that.
That's, yep.
So there it is. And then finally, we have a twit longer to read, and then we can get the fuck out of here. We're broken down. I can't believe there's still this many people. 1,000 people here. It is literally 4 a.m. on the East Coast. You
We
people are
love
fucking
you guys.
crazy.
We love it. We love you guys.
So, all right, let's read the twit longer, and then we'll get the fuck out of here for tonight. I've got a shit ton of DMs that I'm. How am I ever gonna? I'm so bad. I'm so.
I think my voice is still good to go if you guys need a rest, because I know Fred needs a rest.
Yeah.
I know Shad needs a rest.
What is all
No,
this?
I've been yelling tonight.
I can go all night. Rad.
Ladies.
Yeah.
Ladies.
You said it, not me.
Where is this tweet? Where's this tweet longer?
I
Where
can give it
where
to
did he
you.
tweet longer?
In his twit longer.
Ah, I see. Yes.
Wait, have you guys not been blocked yet?
Blocked on what? Oh, from his Twitter?
Has he not blocked
Well, Twit
you?
Longer
Yeah,
doesn't.
absolutely
If you have the direct link to Twit Longer, you can see it. But
Yeah.
yeah, he's blocked us
Yeah.
in every
Yeah.
form.
Yeah.
Fashion. He actually banned me from his life on his birthday, so it was a lot of fun. You should have been there. It was great. All right, so we've got this Twit Longer. That's a lot to fucking read. Oh my goodness. You know what? I'll do it though. Fine. I'd read it in my Viter voice. I'm so happy I got to do my Viter impression to Viter's face and stuff. He thought it was pretty good.
He seemed thrilled with it.
Yeah, he thought it was
that
good.
Actually genuine.
I wish I
And
could have
then
had a
he-
conversation with him in the voice, though, you know? But
That would just be confusing.
that was awesome, though. I'm, you know what? Out of everything, I'm just happy about that, you know? Because these strikes are just going to disappear and shit. He's going to be back to normal in like a couple days, so just the fact that I got to do my Viter impression of Viter, that basically solves that all for me. That's my takeaway. Please read this important message. First off, tomorrow I'm streaming more Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin at 12:30 p.m. Pacific. The playthrough has been amazing so far, so I hope you'll join me for the continuation. I had to hiccup there. Everyone, I need to say thank you. After the horrendous events earlier today, false copyright strikes against DSP Gaming, making it impossible for me to further upload there unless something gets cleared up. I was, and still am, very worried about the future. But the tremendous amount of people who showed up for tonight's Dark Souls 2 stream and the amazing outpouring of support, that was truly something special. I love doing this for a living, but I hate asking for money. I'd much rather just shoot the shit with you guys on stream and get right into the games. But sadly, that hasn't become a reality yet. With all of the YouTube issues all year so far in 2017, it's become a constant reporting of the next thing going wrong or the next emergency that I have no control over and couldn't have foreseen. Although admittedly, losing DSP Gaming, my 7+ year long running gaming channel with over 40,000 videos on it alone, that would be heartbreaking and incredibly disheartening, is by far the worst thing that could happen. I only hope that either Atlas or Rockstar can help to get this mess cleared up within 7 days, or else DSP Gaming maybe history. For the next 4 days, I'll be streaming Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin, and doing my best to entertain you while I kick some butt. I hope that you'll join me for the streams and see how awesomely positive things have become there. The fan base is really stepping up, showing they're really tired of the constant bullshit from those who would seek to hurt me for completely illogical, insane reasons, and it's truly a beautiful thing. If I have to become a full-time streamer moving forward, then so be it, because nights like tonight showed me that it can work and be an incredibly fun, positive thing. Pause. So nights like tonight where you're getting $300 tips show you that how awesome it could be to be a full-time Twitch streamer? Is that what I'm to understand? That's about the only thing that's going on right now. There were people that were like, oh, fuck the fucking detractors because they fucked you over, which I guess is fun to you, and just a truckload of money.
Yeah.
That's fun. That makes it fun to do. Passionate about it.
Makes him happy. I think it's the only thing that seems to make him look joyful these days is
Terrible.
Ka-ching.
Terrible. All
Think
right.
about it. When was the last time you saw genuine joy on his face playing a game? I don't remember.
I don't even think he had genuine
Were
joy
you
on his
not
face
really-
when he was cranking it. He seemed
Oh,
miserable.
don't,
He seemed
don't,
miserable
no.
then too.
Don't put that image back in my head.
Didn't he? Yeah, but didn't he though? Didn't he look miserable as shit even then too?
I know. I don't want to.
Well,
Well,
like,
he was concentrating.
Yeah. He was even miserable for that during coitus.
The
Sorry.
problem is, I know you're right. It just don't make me no.
He wasn't even enjoying that shit. But anyways, let me finish up. Unlike Phil, I can finish up here. I know that there cannot be nights like tonight every single day, but I am seeing massive, positive growth on the Twitch channel consistently. And this is a very, very good thing. If you haven't yet, please make an effort to join the channel tomorrow or when you can in the next few days while I'm streaming. I think you'll like what you see. And thank you to everyone who cheered, subbed, tipped me today, as it really does help, at least in the short term, considering DSP Gaming is at least going to see a sharp decline in earnings, if not completely get shut down this coming week. I hope to have more positive info for you soon. I hope that if I read them that way, that they're more tolerable. Because if you just read that shit, it's impossible to get through. But I hope that by giving it a theatrical reading, that it would be better. So that's it. That's where we're at.
He's so entitled.
I
can't stand it. How much money does he need? Like, what?
All of it. It's sickening. I can't get my head around the mindset of somebody who feels it's okay to live this way, to separate other people from their money, honestly, without really, well, putting in sort of the minimum amount of effort, which is just asking, please give me money because I deserve it.
I feel like it's a bad attitude to have. That's all. I just feel like a better attitude. And I mean, listen, I feel like we give good advice. I feel like we come up with some reasonable solutions to these problems. And the problem right now is that he's unsure about his future. And I feel like the solution is to not alienate these people that can help you. You know? Use this as an opportunity to connect with people, not in a way that references what they can do for you in terms of financial benefit. Enjoy the community. Enjoy your time with them. You're spending time with them right now on our stream now. We're spending time with the people who have given us their hard-earned, well, I was going to say hard-earned time. Your time is priceless. They're giving us their time to come and interact with us and to tap in the chat and to contribute to this whole community. you got to be appreciative for these type of things. You can't take them for granted.
I mean, we love all of you viewbots. I mean viewers.
All of the viewbots.
So, with all of that being said, I really think Phil is looking back on his past reluctance to adapt the new wave of Twitch and be all about participation and ensuring that their people send him monetary compensation if they enjoy what he does. He was resistant to the idea up to his last breath. I do kind of agree. I truly believe that it is eating him up inside, that this is what he has to do to make ends meet. He simply just wants to play video games and entertain people with his quote-unquote personality, but there has to be a catch. There has to be an addition, and he's just so stubborn about it, and he won't go through with it until it becomes a necessity. And this is another example of that. He was so hesitant to even go back to Twitch because he's figured they don't even consider themselves like gamer-centric. They prioritize one's personality over their gameplay footage.
Mm-hmm.
And Phil was not really on board with the idea of going back to Twitch because of that. And now look at where he's at.
This is true.
For now, he's not getting any revenue from YouTube. He depends on the kindness of people in Twitch, for which he has not exactly been on good terms with the lesser beings who don't necessarily want... In his mind, they don't want Phil to succeed. They're just here to laugh at the clown and watch him burn himself up on stream. But this is the audience that you have now, Phil. You need to give them the same appreciation that they are giving you. Even if they're not necessarily contributing in the chat room, they are still giving you, sir, the time of day. You are their entertainment. And you should treat them as you yourself would want to be treated. And you hold yourself to a pretty high standard in that regard. You will accept nothing less. And you don't offer certain people the same liberties, strictly because they don't necessarily agree with the outcome of your gameplay.
Right.
So now that Twitch is part of your 50-50 at this point, because it's Twitch and Patreon, and that's about it for the time being.
Mm-hmm.
It's really time for you to buckle down and take it a little more seriously, and for the love of God, try to control your snappy attitude with people who may give you a jab or two. It's not necessary to immediately go straight to insulting them and kicking them while they're down. They are a viewer that gives you the time of day, especially on Twitch, where there's hundreds upon thousands upon millions of options. You could wander into a random stream with like 7 people, and you can get entertainment from that. Phil, you are in a sea with much larger competition. When it comes to Twitch, my friend, it is sink or swim.
Yes.
And you motherfucker, you better learn to doggy paddle.
The language, Rad. No, I agree with all that. And I feel like, again, it's all about keeping a positive attitude.
There's your bad rant for the day.
Yeah, and I want to end with this. I want to end with these... Well, somebody can go after me, but I just want to end with this. This is going to blow over for him. This is he's in full crisis mode, but by all accounts it'll blow over for him. To go nuclear like this and to have just a complete breakdown over this, it makes the next one and the next one and the next one harder to react in an aggressive way, to you really outpour in support and to really like to come out there as strongly as they possibly can. You know, the first couple times he got a really positive reaction for it. Recently, people have been more apathetic about it. People in his chats have been...
cried wolf.
Yeah, I mean, people in his comment section have been more and more, you know, just sort of tired of it. The next emergency after the next emergency. And I think one of the big ones, if you guys remember the switch to curse, when he was saying he's really freaked out because his it's not going to automatically monetize all his videos for him. He thought that he had to manually monetize them, when all he had to do was just wait for curse to flip the switch. And it was solved by the next... It was solved like hours later, even though people had come out and they'd donated to him and they thought that it was going to be a big deal. And, you know, they equate helping him out of these situations as just paying him. This isn't going to work forever. And I just feel like there's only so many times you can stamp your ticket. You can only punch your ticket so many times with that. And so I just worry that the next time that a legitimate thing comes up and he reacts to it immediately as poorly as possible, that just people aren't going to be there to support him anymore. And I feel like that's what's going to be a bitter pill to swallow, I feel. So I don't know. That's my take. That's my advice, is just to give it time to breathe and not come out immediately. Just like, kind of, you know, what you could do is you could break it to people slowly and let people know what's going on, and then ramp up how, you know, important it is to people and let them know gradually. You don't have to hit crisis mode the second you perceive something happened. So that's it. That's my advice. That's my take. Anybody else have anything for tonight before we get out of here and get some sleep?
I think that was a good assessment of it.
I do have one minor little piece to that. The reason that Phil seems to get focus on every little wart and such that may obstruct him immediately is because this is a person who lives day by day. The day by day checks. He has stated that if he's not getting it, if there are an extended period where he's not receiving ad revenue from YouTube, it will be the beginning of the end. So he absolutely must keep people in the know. And there are individuals who wish to keep up with him in any way they can. So it becomes even more necessary to keep people informed at the earliest, in fact.
Mm-hmm.
He can't really afford, literally, he really cannot afford to leave these issues unchecked. At least that's how I see it.
Any other final thoughts before we wrap for tonight?
We could give him all the advice in the world, but he would never take it.
You never know. One day, maybe a miracle. But
maybe one day.
Probably correct.
All right. So first of all, I want to say thank you very much to everyone who came out tonight. We very much appreciate you guys. We give you the shortest of notice, and you give us the most love possible. We appreciate it. Very, very huggy, lovey-dovey outro, I guess, tonight. But yeah. Anyways, thank you guys very much. We appreciate it. You guys are fantastic. You guys supported us the whole way through this whole night. It is 4 a.m. on the on the East Coast, so we very much appreciate you staying up late with us. For those Australians who it's not even that late for, whatever. I mean, I guess thanks. But no, in all seriousness, obviously our delightful special guest Nicole, always a pleasure to have you. You enlighten us with your expertise in these things that we very much need from time to time to brush up and to understand what's really going on, and for us to be able to discuss it in a meaningful way. It's so valuable to have you, so we very much appreciate that. And the spice. Yeah, you brought the spice tonight. Jesus Christ, that That was fantastic.
I'm sorry. I calmed down very quickly, but it was very hypocritical what was being said. So
No, it was great. It was fantastic.
Right.
People
Don't
loved it.
apologize.
I loved it. It was great.
Don't
It was
apologize.
fantastic. So you brought the spice. You brought the spice. A little robot voice, but we worked through it. Everything's good now. But
I'm sorry about my shit mic. I can't help it.
no, it's good. You're good. So anyways, I think we had a little bit of everything today. We had some endure. We had some enjoy. We had a debate with BrightsideViking.
Wow.
That was something. Thank you to BrightsideViking for coming on. Obviously, we disagree about issues, but you know, he came on and he was, you know,
Yeah, props for showing up.
he was honest. I mean, I got him to, you know,
Yeah.
I got him to say things he probably didn't want to admit. So there's that. So thank you to him. Geez, thank you to all the view bots, of course. We very much appreciate those.
We love you, viewbots. I mean, viewers.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know who else to thank. Thank you guys on YouTube for putting up with us. I don't know. We're gonna do some sneaky edits so everything fits together seamlessly. Because on stream it
you
did
are
not.
sneaky.
Yeah, I am a
You're a
sneaky
sneaky
sneaky snack. So yeah, that does it. I guess we'll do some quick plugs and then we'll get out of here. Well, we'll do alphabetical order. Since Caesar's gone, you can find him peacefully tucked away in his bed. That then leads us to Nicole.
Oh, my at's Nicola Peach and everything, and that's that.
Awesome. We've got Rad.
You can find me on Twitter at the Rad, and you can find my YouTube channel full of raw and edited PS4 gaming at youtube.com/siwentweborn.
How about Schadenfraulein?
Woo, you can find me on Twitter at Fraulein. Yes, Fraulein Schaden. Forgot where I was for a second. I'd have it the right way around, but some bitch clicked there first. And yeah.
And you can find me, yours truly, Mr. Frederick Fucks, at TIHYDP, the acronym for This Is How You Do Participate in a stream properly. You can also find me on YouTube, Fred Fucks, 2 different channels. If you need the audio-only version of this, is there going to be an audio-only version of this? I feel like there was a lot of reaction stuff, so it would kind of do a disservice. Maybe I might make a clip of just the Vider debate, maybe make that audio-only. I don't know. I'll figure something out for you guys. But for SoundCloud and iTunes, those are your 2 methods to get the audio-only versions of us. That's Sons of Kojima on iTunes and SoKast Sons of Kojima on iTunes. Sons of Kojima at SoundCloud. And, of course, if you want the tried and true method, you can check us out on YouTube. YouTube.com/whatever. But just type in Sons of Kojima SoKast, SOK, you can find us. It's not that hard. And as far as live streams, you know, the one and only Smashcast. For the foreseeable future and forever. So, alright. That does it for us. Again, thank you guys very much. It really means the world to us. You guys stayed up late for us. You guys came out late for us. So, thank you. And we love you. Go fuck yourselves. Good night.
Night.
Keep it
Bye.
down. I'm trying to get some sleep.